now they're recognizing the senior cheerleaders before I see the dogs are coming in. The few seniors we do have are last but not least. But yeah, and it's good for these other ones to be recognized tonight, because a lot of times, like we've talked about before, a lot of times the team gets the accolades, but there's a lot of behind the scenes, a lot of work behind, and they deserve it too.
Oh, absolutely, because these young kids, they put in a lot of time, just like the athletes put in a lot of time, but behind the scenes, they get no accolades for it and really no press. But yet they're out here, some of them at 5 and 6 o'clock in the morning, and some of them out here. I saw the band out here preparing at about 5:30, between 5 and 5:30. And
Yeah,
so
I
hats
heard
off.
them tooting the horns a little after 5:30 this morning. So they've been at it long today, and on Fridays, Aurora gets out at noon. So they've had some time to rest and go run around and get their senior night on their way.
So it should be really, as the seniors are being introduced, the senior players, and some of them still hurting because of some of the injuries, but yet um, we we expect at least some of the players here tonight. I think we have about 23 active here this evening, which is up from 21 just a week ago. Marshfield brings in, I believe, about 45 players on their roster, so it'll be a good test for the Aurora Hound Dogs here this evening. Only 2 games left on the schedule, and that is tonight with the Blue Jays, and then next week we travel down to Reed Spring and take on the Wolves of Reed Spring, and that should be a good battle. And I really believe that the Hound Dogs, and I say this, you heard me say it last week, but I really believe that they can be in this ball game tonight. And if we can be in it going in the fourth quarter, I'll guarantee you that they'll give it 100%.
Yeah, I agree, Wayne. We've been in every game at home this year. We did beat East Newton, but the crowd gets into it. But the way the weeks went, these young athletes got to witness. Not only are they Hall of Famers now, being with the program, but they got to be in a room with a lot of the elite and so-called top dogs in a room, and hopefully maybe tonight some of that magic will still rub off, and
Yes.
the fire's still in their eyes, because I was up there in there with you, but a couple times I had to peek to see where we are, and they were just like having a blast, like they were watching a movie. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
It was cool. I even said to one of them, I said, "What do you want to call this? The coolest field trip ever?" As he was eating an ice cream cone.
Oh, well, I can say this: it's nice to sit next to a Hall of Famer, and so with the Hall of Famer, the induction with the Aurora football teams being inducted in to the Missouri Sports Hall of Fame. What an honor that is, and it finally happened. It was on a Wednesday afternoon, and we were just thrilled to death to be a part of that, and we were thrilled to be able to broadcast some of the live action that was going on with Greenfield and with your Aurora Hound Dogs as they were inducted in. We had a lot of teams there from '69 and from '99 and the present team, and it was quite fun, and it was just great to be a part of that.
Yeah, I was looking in that media guide, but I was not aware that on paper, 1913 was our first conference championship. And to see that, I was amazed. Wow, I did not know it went back that far.
Well,
And
I've got a few years on me, but I didn't go back that far. Should be a dandy night here this evening as the band comes on the field and gets set to play the Star Spangled Banner. So why don't we do this? Why don't we take a break, and we'll be back right after a few announcements. anthem, and what a version it was here this evening. And hats off to them. You can tell not only that they've been playing that for a while, but I never heard a sour note, never heard a missed note. What a band director that they have here at the high school. Well, still haven't seen either of the teams out yet, but we still have right at 19 minutes before kickoff, and we as we see the band and the cheerleaders entertaining the crowd here this evening, and what a crowd that we have here, Chad, because we know that boy, what a ring that they could throw into everything. When I say a ring, what they could do to the standings here this evening, because Marshfield coming in 4-3, and when I say the standings, because if things hold up the way they are now, then Aurora would probably go down to Cassville and play Cassville for game number 10, and that would be the first game in the district tournament.
Yes.
But if we win tonight and then win next week, that throws everything out the window, and we just have to do some rearranging.
Scoreboard watching.
Wouldn't that be nice, though? Wouldn't that be great?
It would. You know, Marshfield's in Class 4. A lot of people aren't aware of that. District 5. So their district actually has Camdenton 7-0, Lebanon 5-2, Elias Catholic 6-1, Washington 6-1. Marshfield's there in 5th place at 4-3. Rolla's right behind them at 6th place, 3-4. Union 4-3, and then Pacific's holding that last spot at number 8, 0-7. So look at that though. The comparison: Camdenton, Lebanon, Rolla. I mean, yes, they're have 45 and we have 23, but those are some big schools.
Oh, absolutely. And when you look at Camdenton, undefeated, and you look at Elias out of Jeff City, I believe, and they are within striking distance. They only have one loss, I believe, or so.
Yeah.
And so when you look at the competition that's in Class 4 for Marshfield, wow, that's pretty tough.
Yeah, and then to look at the Class 3 District 6 seedings right now, Mount Vernon, number 1 at 7-0.
Right.
Cassville 6-1, number 2 seed. Monette's right on their heels, number 3 at 5-2. Reed Spring, number 4 seed, 4-3. Seneca's right there at 4-3, number 5. Hollister 3-4. So these 4, 5, and 6, that 4 spot, whoever holds that 4 spot after week 9 gets a home game. So
yes,
there could be a lot of jockeying between here and there. But yes, right now, if the season ended, Aurora would go to Cassville, and in my opinion, that's probably how it's going to shake down, Wayne.
Well, probably so, because I think
Cassville has the tiebreaker on that.
Yes, they do, so, and the schedule points in their direction anyway. And I'm not sure who their last 2 games are with, but tonight's action, I'm not sure. You have
Spring.
You have a copy of that. Why don't you tell
we'll
us?
Get in the Big 8 slate tonight. Lamar is at Nevada. Reed Spring is at Cassville, and that's on KQMO 97.7. Seneca is at East Newton. Monette is at McDonald County, and that's on 95.9 KKBL. Springfield Catholic at Mount Vernon. Green versus green there.
Yeah.
Never know. Marshfield here at Aurora, and rounding it up is Hollister at Rogersville. That could be a one score game.
Yes, it could be. It sure could be. We know that Hollister has a surprisingly pretty good team, and we found that out.
They had some big fellas.
Yes, they do. They have some very big fellas. And when you have as many on the roster that most all of these high school teams have, they can rest some of their starters throughout the evening. However, when we look at our roster, and we had 21 last week, we have 23 this week active. And I just want to say this, if you're listening out there and you're in junior high getting ready to go in to maybe high school next year, why don't you give football an opportunity? Because you've got a very good coaching staff here, And now this football team has been elected into the Missouri Sports Hall of Fame. And it's not just what we've done this year, obviously, but it's what has been done over the years. And
Body
so,
of work, isn't it?
yeah, and so give it an opportunity, because if we can get at least 40 to 45 people out next year, what a difference that would make, not only in the won and loss column, but look at the tradition that this school has now, being elected to the Hall of Fame. So if you want to be a part of that, uh, put on the pads next year and come on out, because they could sure use the help and they could sure use the enthusiasm. A lot of people coming down, as we see across the way over there from Marshfield. I'm really surprised, but it's a straight shot down I-44 just about. And so I'm a little surprised, but I look at our situation out here and our stands are full. So we have a good fan base here in Aurora. They haven't given up, have they?
No, and we've been talking about it for a month coming into this past Wednesday about the Hall of Fame induction, but we actually got to see it firsthand, Wayne. When the MC asked everyone that wasn't on the stage, there was already 160 former players and coaches on the stage. Then anyone related or white with
Right.
Aurora, a third of the room, at least.
Yeah.
At least. So, I mean, that shows right there the support, dedication, and Hound Dog Strong. I mean, it was great to see. For those of you that didn't know, we were able to do it live from the convention center, and we couldn't have pulled it off without all of our sponsors.
Exactly.
The station down there, it was a total team effort. I mean,
Yes.
all the way from top to bottom.
Right.
Sales team, Bill, Janet, Dwayne, Charlie, the girls. I mean, we pulled it off in a hurry. We weren't for sure until a couple days before on what they were going to let us do.
Exactly.
So that was the interesting part. We were happy to go and take it to everyone that couldn't make it. And once again, I'll just go ahead and say tomorrow morning is my kickoff first Saturday morning show called the Saturday Morning Shoot Around with Outlaw Jr., that's me. But at around 9 o'clock, midway through, we're going to do that podium from Greenfield 1977 state championship team and the whole Aurora football program getting inducted and all those names and whatnot. And that's going to be right at midway, tomorrow morning around 9. So if you didn't get to tune in or if you didn't get to go, we're going to relive that for you tomorrow, and it's neat to be able to do that.
You know, we had a lot of people there when the announcer made the comment. He said, I hope nobody holds up the come and go down in Aurora, because he said everybody's up here.
Everybody was up in the city. Yeah, you're right. That was great to see, not just all the players, but all the fans, the parents, and a couple of the fallen dogs that were no longer with us. Their widows or their brothers or their sisters or their children accepted on their behalf. But it was a great day. I've never been in a room with that many top dogs. I knew a lot of them. I didn't get to see them all play. I've heard a lot. I'm still learning the history of it. But it was so surreal. I almost felt like I was in like a time machine or something, because hearing those guys from 62 and 65 and still like it happened last year. I mean, it was neat.
Well, as we said, the fan base runs deep, but look at the players that showed up. 160 some odd players altogether up on that stage, and what a sight that was.
Oh yeah, and I want to give a special shout out. Anyone that's been around the football program, you're not from here if you don't know who Ty Mooneyham and Marcus Woods are. And to see those guys get to enjoy with all those players, it meant a lot to me, because it was real, it was pure, and it was great. So I want to congratulate them guys too, and they listen all the time. They're diehard listeners. So I want to give a special shout out to both Ty and Marcus.
What we could do here this evening, if we could just top this off with a victory, wouldn't that be just the icing on the cake? It would be sensational. So we still have about a little over 9 minutes. So why don't we do this? Why don't we take another break and let you listen to some of the people that make this broadcast possible?
There's never time to miss Hound Dog football. The first option is watch at www.aurorawebtv.com. The second option is listen on your radio at KSWM AM 940. And the third way is streaming audio at www.radiotalon.com. Click on the streaming button and scroll down to the KSWM button, and you will find us.
Can watch it and you can listen to it. So we have three different options for you. I want to remind you also that role models are more important than ever in today's society. You can serve as a role model for others the next time you display good sportsmanship at a high school athletic event. Good sports are winners and are so vital to preserving our fine sports tradition. So the next time you attend a sporting event, remember to be a good sport and help rekindle the spirit of citizenship. This message was brought to you by Access Family Care, one of our many sponsors that we have here this evening. And the teams are out on the field and they are ready for or getting ready, I should say, for the coin toss. And that's always something that we find interesting, who will win the toss and what they will do with it.
Yeah, you never know. I want to make one clarification real quick. When we were leaving the other day, I talked to Kerry Brewer, the coordinator up there at the Hall of Fame, and he said any former coach or player that was not able to make it, please call Kerry Brewer at the Missouri Sports Hall of Fame, and that number is 417-241-1551. And the plaques are actually $40, but the plaque will have your name engraved as a member with Aurora as an inductee of the Missouri Sports Hall of Fame. So a lot of people are wondering why those 160. Well, someone or that individual had registered so in time, so they had time to make the plaques, but he said, call them. And once again, I'll say that number a couple times tonight for those of you, because I've been asked that a lot this week. How can I get my son or grandson or whatever? 417-241-1551. And like I said, the cost is $40, but that's engraved with the person's name, the player or coach's name on it. So I thought that was very special of them to throw that out there after the fact, because I mean, he knew there was over 160 in the program over the last 100 years. So I told him, I said, I called him today, and he texted me back. And I said, I want to make sure before I announce it on our game and my show in the morning, because that's going to be a common question. And you're going to get flooded with some calls, because you already seen your ballroom get flooded with Hound Dog fans and players and coaches. So there'll be more to come. People be ordering those, especially for Christmas coming down the line. But
absolutely.
we'll try to remember to mention that a couple more times. But if you had a family member or friend or what that did play in the program or coached or whatnot, call up there to the Hall of Fame, talk to Kerry Brewer, and he'll hook you up, and we'll try to say that a couple more times later. I just wanted to clarify that, because there has been a lot of confusion over the 65 team, the 69 team, the 99 team. No, that's not what happened Wednesday.
Right.
The whole Aurora football program got inducted. So anyway, I'll stop there, but I just wanted to make that point and let people know that there is still a chance to get you a plaque,
Right.
just because you weren't able to attend or didn't know about it in the deadline for Wednesday.
Well, both teams headed out with the officials and coaches, as we'll have the coin toss, and we will be underway here in just a few minutes. What a night for football. Wind coming out of the south, kind of the south-southeast, and once again, we will see who will win this toss, and if it's Aurora, they may defer to the second half kickoff. And it's nice to see those players out taking the field.
Well, I look out there and see number 38, Leo Torres.
Right.
I see Clayton Cordova.
Right.
I see Jay Lee, and I see Connor Shaw. And pretty much last time that they'll be flipping that coin at Kelly Field tonight, so that's a special moment for them that they'll never forget.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
And we appreciate their leadership and desire this year, the way the records went and the tough season. But there's been no quitting these boys, and they've been good leaders and set a good example for our predominantly young team.
You bet. As the official gets ready to toss the coin, he's going over just a few of the ground rules, and Marshfield won the toss, but they're going to defer. In other words, they're going to kick off. They're going to defend probably the north goal. And nope, they're going to defend the south goal. And so the Aurora Hound Dogs will receive, and they will be going from left to right on your radio dial as you sit and listen to the action here this evening. So they will be going from left to right and from north to south and into the wind, and that will be a factor here this evening, because we see the flag. It is starched, and we understand that the wind probably will be dying down as the night progresses on. So right now we know that it could and probably will be a factor going into the wind, and I believe that's probably why the Marshfield Blue Jays want to see if they can't go on defense first and stop the Hound Dogs and keep them from going upfield, and maybe they'll get good field position out of this exchange.
Yeah, like I said earlier, we're really not that familiar with Marshfield, but this is their head coach, Cody Bowles' third year. But last year, in his second season, he had their first winning season in over a decade. The Blue Jays won more games, 8, than they had in the previous 3 seasons combined, which was only 7 wins. For the first time in current district playoff system, they actually got to host a playoff game, and they beat Bolivar. So they hosted and won a playoff game for the first time in 15 years. So they are on a buzz. They're happy. They're winning. They were 7-2 last year. District semifinal appearance, 8-3 overall. So he's got them going in the right direction.
Well, Blake Anderson back to do the booting, And I believe that's Brendan Hall back in the middle. And here's the kick, and it is a short, high kick. And who gets it? And I believe that is Sims, maybe, Brody Sims. And he's going to bring the ball out as he got it somewhere around the 20-yard line, brought it out to right at the 30, and he going to cross the 30 and put it on the 31-yard line. So that's where the Aurora Hound Dogs will start this offense. Jay Lee, the quarterback, as he leads his team up to the line of scrimmage, split the right side, and that's going to be Caleb Wittenborn. And so we have the slot to the right and motion. And here is, the pitch. And, well, actually, he did not pitch it, and that is Jay Lee that kept it. But, boy, penetration. And there's a couple of guys, one of the, or two of the defensive ends that Marshfield has that are all-conference, all-state, and they are pretty good-sized young men. Here we go, split the right side, and that is Jordan. And we have a receiver out to the left in motion, and that is Rollman. Here is the pitch back to him, and he is going to be, well, actually, that is Jay Lee again, I guess, and he kept it. So really, no gain, so it's going to bring up 3rd and 10.
Yeah, he tried to get around the edge, but Jeremy Graham, number 29, yanked him down quickly and brings up long 3rd down for the Hounds.
So the Blue Jays have really paid attention to their coach as far as the scouting procedures that they have gone through. Here is motion. Here is Jay Lee back, and he is looking, and a whistle, and that's going to stop the play. I believe we may have some procedure against the Hound Dogs.
I think it was movement.
So I think we'll have, it's offside.
On us.
Wow, that's a little different. So it must have lined up offside, and they're going, well, they pointed to, let's see, what do we have here?
He's correcting himself.
Yeah, it was against the defense. So they're going to bring it out to the 36, and that makes it a lot easier to get. I know it sounds crazy, but that ball now on the 36-yard line, and they have 4 yards to go to get, actually 5 yards to go to get the first down. So let's see what we do here. Here is motion and nothing called. Here is a handoff straight up the middle and crossing the 40 out to the 42 to the 43, and I believe that's Savage as he is going to pick up the first down.
Sims.
And it was Sims instead of Savage. So Savage did a good job of faking it then, because I thought he had the ball. Here we go. So a fresh set of downs for the Hound Dogs.
See if they air it out a little here.
2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left, and a slot left. In motion is Sims. And now Jay Lee is going to run it. He crosses the 40 to the 50, down to the 40-yard line, and they're going to say he was out of bounds at the 46-yard line, but that's going to be a first down as he went back, and it looked like he was going to pass and had some room to run, so he picks up about 12 on the play. So that's going to put him in the Marshfield territory. So the Blue Jays have, they run a 3-5 defense. Here's a handoff straight up the middle and maybe back to the line of scrimmage is going to be Sims. And he didn't get much, maybe to the line of scrimmage. It's going to bring up 2nd and 10. 2nd down and 10 for the Hound Dogs as play is brought in.
Still haven't completed a pass yet, but we're still moving the ball, so
Wittenborn to the left side and split the right side. Here is Jay Lee back, looking over the middle. There's a pass, and it is incomplete. It was intended for Rollman, and he had a step on the defender, but just a little high. So it's going to bring up 3rd and 10 from the 46-yard line. Noticing that Wilson, one of the defensive linemen for Marshfield, looked like a little gimpy. And he's saying in the ball game, here is a pitch back, and then we have a double reverse. And here's a pass, and it is caught to Jay Lee down the sideline, and he stepped out of bounds, and he is going to be right at the line of scrimmage, but they're going to say I shouldn't say line of scrimmage, right at the first down marker, but he's going to be just short, and it's going to bring up 4th, and boy, is this a big play.
Well, it brought a little razzle-dazzle with the reverse, but our backup quarterback, Mason Patterson, ended up with it, and Jay Lee got open, and Mason made a good pass there, and they're hurrying up real quick here to get a quick first down.
Well, let's see if we can get this first down. This is big.
Oh, yeah.
Straight ahead, and did he get it? Oh, did he ever. Straight ahead, pushing the line all the way out to about the 32-yard line, and that's a first down. So the Hound Dogs moving the ball down the field. It looked a little precarious on the first 3 downs, but the offside penalty really helped. Here we go to the line of scrimmage. Here's Jay Lee under center. Here is Rollman in motion. He gets the pitch, and he goes to the left side, and he may have a first down as he gets down to the 20-yard line. That's a first down. So the Aurora Hound Dogs really taking charge here in this opening drive.
Well, Rollman showed on one more occasion that he's definitely our fastest dog, but if he can get some space and get that ball on the outside, then he can break it for the house.
Kyle Anderson into the huddle as he brings in the play from the sidelines. Here we go.
They got
First
the early
and 10.
Momentum, don't they?
Yes.
They got some pep in their step tonight.
Ball on the 20-yard line. Here is motion by Sims. Here's a pass over the middle, and it is caught, I believe it is, down to about the 10-yard line or close to it. I'm not quite sure that it's a first down. It's going to bring up 2nd and a short yard. So 2nd and 1 as the Aurora Hound Dogs are, and we said if we can score and score early, what that
was a good route by Wittenborn, though. He ran down about 8 yards, turned around, caught it, and went forward, and got him another manageable second down.
So here we go, 3 receivers to the left. In motion is Wittenborn, I believe.
Touchdown.
And here's a touchdown to up the middle, and I think that may have been Savage as the touchdown tonight. And that will, let's see if they go for 2 or if they do the kicking. But at the 7:28 mark, and here's the snap, ball down, kick up, and is no good. So, and we are still trying to locate some numbers, and it's very difficult sometimes from our advantage. And but I believe that was Savage that took the play, and I thought it was Savage from about 10 yards out.
That touchdown was brought to you by Pettit Law Office, 200 South Elliott in Aurora. Please call 417-222-6640 for a free case evaluation.
Okay, the kick was no good, so the score right now 6-0 in favor of the Aurora Hound Dogs, and we haven't said that very often this year as the Hound Dogs lead it by a score of 6-0. So the kick looked like the snap back, and the holder had just a little bit of a problem trying to get that ball down, and it looks like that may have cost him. So here we go.
Here we go. You never know here.
You are absolutely
Jay Lee
right.
putting it on the tee.
So Jay Lee back to do the kicking. And will it be a short one?
Yep.
It is. It's a short end-over-end kick, and I believe Marshfield came up with it. And they're going to come up with it on about the 43-yard line. So they tried the onside kick, and it was a good kick.
Had a good shot at it.
You bet they did. So that's where the Blue Jays, will put it in play.
Keep an eye on Shaw and Cordova. They get fired up sometimes. This last time on Kelly Field. Watch how they pop early, hopefully, here.
Well, we will see as Espy, the quarterback, waits for the snap. He gets it. Here's a handoff straight ahead.
Yeah.
And maybe back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
Shaw and Lee were back there in the tackle. No gain on the play.
So back to the line of scrimmage, and I believe that might have been Kalengreiter, the running back. So here they come to the line of scrimmage, split the left side, and that is Espy, as his brother waits. That's Brendan. So Brendan, the quarterback, waits for the snap, looking over the defense. Now he gets it. Now he's looking, and here's a pass out, and it's overthrown. And the receiver, Brooks Espy, stopped and came back, and maybe he was supposed to continue on because that ball was well overthrown.
It was a pretty spiral, but yeah, I don't think Shaquille O'Neal could have caught that one.
So that's going to bring up third and 10. Boy, what a stop this could be for the defense. Here we go. To the line of scrimmage they come. And Brendan, the quarterback, waiting for the snap. He gets it, and the ball's on the ground, and he is going to run to the right side, and he is going to be knocked out of bounds. No, he's still on his feet. And the pass, I guess he was on his feet. The pass was intended for Brooks Espy, and I think he caught it, stayed in bounds. I thought he was out of bounds. He stayed in bounds, and I'll be darned if they didn't go down and score.
Unbelievable. It was a bad snap. Espy is a good athlete, picked it up and had enough time to get on the outside. And number 3 there, Brooks Espy, was on the touchdown, I believe.
Well, they're going to try the kick, and the kick is down. The kick is up by Anderson, and it is good. So at the 6:31 mark, boy, it didn't take them long, and I guess that was somewhere in the neighborhood of about 57 or 58 yards.
Yeah, that was a combo from the Twins there. He knew his brother had the time to find him, and they'd probably play pitch and catch in the yard a couple times. But
oh, yeah.
Wow. Could have been our ball, could have been 4th and long, but instead, Blue Jays take a 1-point lead.
So 7-6 to score, and boy, I tell you, I thought he stepped out of bounds, and I thought the official ran over and marked it, but the other official said no, and away they went down the sideline, and what a pass! As I thought, well, this is all for naught, but not so.
Those Espies are fast.
Well, here is Anderson. He is going to do the kicking. And that is Blake Anderson.
Just took the crowd out of it too, Wayne.
It sure did. Here is the approach, the kick, and it's a high end-over-end kick coming way back to about the 10-yard line, straight ahead up to the 15, to the 20, to the 25, to the 30, crossing the 30. And I believe that was Brendan Hall.
No, that was Brody Sims on the return.
So Sims on the return.
We got a back glare on these windows from these lights, so it's kind of hard sometimes to see what number.
Oh, yeah, we have what we call a double pane. So here we go to the line of scrimmage. Splitting the right side, that's Mason Patterson. And out to the left, we have 2 receivers. Now they bring them back in, and we said Sims in motion out to the left side. And here's Rollman straight ahead. And, this is
Jay Lee's got
Jay
some
Lee.
room there.
And Jay Lee is going to be out to about the 41-yard line. He's going to pick up another first down. So they're going to give him, well, they're going to say now they're going to mark it back at the 41, and that's still a first down. So give him about 11 yards on the play.
Good job by the Hounds line there to get some leverage and give Jay Lee some room to move the chains, and here we are driving again.
Split the right side. That's going to be Jacob Jordan, and we have a back in the backfield, and I believe that is Savage. Here is the snap looking. Here's a pass out into the flats, and it is caught and run out of bounds at about the 45-yard line. And Brody Sims was the recipient of that pass, and they're going to mark it out of bounds at about the 46-yard line, and it's going to be a gain of 5. So that'll bring up 2nd and 5. And to the ball game will be Kyle Anderson as he brings the play in, hands it to Sims, or I should say Jay Lee. And Jay Lee brings them to the line of scrimmage. Here we go. Split the right side in motion. Now Jay Lee back. He is going to run it, still on his feet, and he is hit, but yet he breaks a tackle, gets out to midfield.
What will?
And he's going to be about a half a yard short. Boy, oh boy, did he take a hit.
Like a pinball.
And he got knocked backwards, but yet he stayed on his feet and lunged forward and picked up another couple of yards. So it's going to bring up
it's about third
and a half a yard, maybe a full yard. We'll see. Now it's going to be about a half a yard. Let's see if Jay Lee takes it himself. Straight ahead. Now he sets the play, and here is the handoff. Oh boy, to I believe that's Rollman, and he is going to be knocked down behind the line of scrimmage. He's going to lose about 2 or 3 yards, and let's see where they put it now. They're going to put it back at the line of scrimmage, and so it's going to bring up 4th and a yard. 4th and a yard. So they gave him full forward progress all the way back to the 50-yard line. So he may have lost about a foot on the play. Here we have the snap, and we have the push forward, and I don't think they're going to get it.
I think he has the distance, but who's the penalty on?
We do see a flag, and what we have, and it's going to be against Aurora. It's going to be a little illegal procedure.
I think he changed his mind. I think he's going to maybe punt now.
Yeah, I think they're going to kick it now. They're going to punt
Sammy Salas is out there, number 45, giving Jay Lee a break. So looks like they're going to give him a chance to boot on senior night, which is neat. Sammy just joined us midway through the season. Let's see if he can get some air under this one.
Here's the snap, and it is a good snap, and there's the kick, and it's a good kick coming down at about the 38-yard line, bouncing around there. That's about where they're going to put it in play. Well, they say the 36. So that's where the Marshfield Blue Jays will put it in play. So we still have about 3 minutes and 33 seconds remaining in this opening period, as the score 7-6 in favor of Marshfield. Both teams scoring in this first period, and the Hound Dogs on the board first and did not get the extra point. Here is a handoff straight up the middle, and I believe that may be Espy, and he is going to be pushed back. He's going to gain a yard or so on the play. Let's see what they do. They're going to give him about 2 yards on the play. So we'll call it a 2nd and 8. Ball on the 38-yard line. Here they break the huddle, and they put 2 receivers out to the left and slot the left side. And here's the snap. Here's the pass over the middle. And was it caught? Yes, it was. And I believe the receiver was, I think that was Wilson, and it was. So as Wittenborn made the tackle.
Yeah.
And boy, listen, these guys that go both ways, they're going to be tired, but boy, they are in excellent shape. So it's going to bring up.
Big down here, 3rd and 3.
Yes, it is. It's a ball on the 43-yard line. So let's see if we can hold them.
If it is a passing situation, get your hands up.
So here we go as SB waits, and he is going to be on the run, and he's going to have the first down as he crosses the 45 out to about the 49-yard line. So that's going to give them a first down as he
had no intention of passing. He knew where he was going.
Yeah, he knew, and they had the defensive end for the Aurora Hound Dogs charged, and he went right past him. So that left only one defender out there. Here we go to the line of scrimmage as SB has a back and for protection, and he fakes it. And now we have a whistle, and what do we have? We have a flag on the play. That probably is going to be against Marshfield. And we have illegal procedure against Marshfield. That's going to cost them 5. So that's going to bring up an illegal procedure. So that'll bring up 2nd down. However, we want to repeat first down is what we're going to do because they stopped the play. So it'll be 1st and 15. Ball now on the 44-yard line. Well, let's see. What do we have here as they break the huddle? And 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. And here's the snap back, and not much of a rush. And there's a long pass downfield, and it is overthrown. And that was intended for, I believe, for Brooks SB, and was just overthrown out of his reach. Bring up 2nd and 15 from the 44-yard line. So good defense as not much of a pass rush. Only had 3 guys rushing because they thought they were probably pass. And sure enough, they did. So it's good coverage.
SB showed his arm off a couple times, though.
Yes, he has. So here we go. 2nd and 15 from the 44-yard line. Here's the snap, and it's on the ground, and he picks it up, and he is in trouble, and he is going to be hit and sacked way back at the 26-yard line. Holy cow, a bad snap, and all of a sudden the Marshfield Blue Jays are looking at 3rd, and I mean a mile. It's going to be 3rd and about, well, they say 3rd and from the 26-yard line. They've got to measure it off. And, boy, a bad snap, and all of a sudden it's going to be 3rd and long. 3rd and 20, 3rd and they say 15, but it's going to be about 30 yards. So let's see if we can hold him down. Now a whistle and a timeout called, I believe, by Marshfield. As they called timeout because they had a little disarray because some of the players
That's the second bad snap that they've had, but a lot of times I think he's used to taking over with his ability, but he tried to turn the corner, but there was too many dogs saying not today.
Oh, yeah. And I counted at least 6 black shirts back there, and he was wanting to pass, but he couldn't find anybody, and he was running for his life. So with 3rd down, this is a huge down, so we don't want to let him escape like they did the last time. On a bad snap, it turned into a touchdown.
Early score, Mount Vernon 6, Catholic nothing still in the first quarter. Seneca 7, East Newton 6 in the first quarter.
Wow, that's surprising.
That's all the early scores. Oh, Cassville 14, Reed Spring 0 in the first quarter.
Not surprising.
Right.
Well, here we go as they line it up, waiting for the snap is Brendan Espy, and he gets it now. He is looking under pressure. He is going to run it, and he is going to be hit and dropped, and he is going to not even get back to the line of scrimmage. It's going to bring up 4th down, and all the way back to about the 24-yard line. So he lost a couple of yards on the play.
I think that'll take us down to the quarter, Wayne. 7 seconds.
Yeah, 7 seconds into it. So they'll let the clock run down. 3, 2, 1, and that's going to do it. So that's the end of the first period. So we'll take a break, and we'll be back right after this. Here is the kick, and we apologize. They got back a little quicker than we thought. So they kick was from McElwain of the Blue Jays, and the Hound Dogs are going to set it up right at midfield. I think it's going to be right at the 49-yard line, their own 49, so just 1 yard from midfield. Here we go, as they did a good job on defense and prevented the Blue Jays from marching down and scoring another touchdown. Waiting under center is Jay Lee. He gets the pitch back, and that is, I believe, to Rollman. And Rollman still on his feet as he broke a tackle, and at the 49-yard line, got down to the 45 to the about the 43-yard line. Boy, what a play by Rollman. He just refused to go down and made something out of nothing. So that's going to bring up second and a couple. So we'll give him about 8 yards on the play. Here we go to the line of scrimmage. Jay Lee under center, calling plays, looking over the defense. Now in motion, we have Sims, and a handoff straight ahead.
Good
and
run.
that
Hard
is still
run.
on his feet at first down. And couldn't tell if that was Savage or if that was Rollman.
No, it was Savage.
So Savage straight ahead. What running that they're doing. You know, I think just the first 2 plays that the Hound Dogs ran from scrimmage, they tried running around either end, one direction, then the other side, and I think that's opened up the middle for them. So here we go. Ball is on the 34-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Hound Dogs. Waiting for the snap is Jay Lee. He is in shotgun. He's looking. He throws it out, and it is incomplete. Boy, that was a line drive, and I mean, it was intended out in the flats for Mason Patterson, and was just out of his reach. It was around the 30-yard line, so it wouldn't have been much of a gain. So here we go. The ball on the 34, actually the 33-yard line, so scoreboard says 34. Here we go to the line of scrimmage. And Jay Lee under center, waiting for the snap. He is going to try the right side, and again, that's Sims as he turns the corner, gets down, still on his feet. He's going to have a first down. It's going to be run out of bounds inside the 25 down to about the 21-yard line. So again, the Hound Dogs get excellent blocking.
Flag.
Flag on the play. And that's going to come back, looks like.
I think there was a reason why he had a lot of room on the edge there, but heck of a run by Brody.
Yeah, it was. It was a heck of a run, but that's going to be for naught. See where the penalty was. It was down. where the penalty took place well, they'll march it from the line of scrimmage, and that's going to be a 10-yard penalty back to the 40.
You know, that hurts, too, because Coach Weldy, once again, pulls a little razzle-dazzle out of his playbook. And
yeah.
Big, decent gain, and then stupid penalty puts him back in 2nd and 10.
Well,
no.
It's 2nd and 20.
20, my bad.
Yeah. 2nd down and 20 from the 48-yard line. Here is
Rollman.
It is Rollman, and Rollman breaks a tackle, still on his feet. Did he get a first down? No, he's going to be short by a couple of yards. But what a run by Rollman as he ducked his head, and I mean he eluded one tackler and got all the way down inside the 30, down to about the 32-yard line. And did that ever help? That's going to bring up 3rd and a long 2, maybe a short 3.
Yeah, they gave him 22 unofficially on that run, Wayne.
Wow. What
3rd and
a
short
run.
from the 26, still plenty, 10:22 left in the quarter.
Well, it's
15 on the play clock.
And it's we're in 2-down territory. So here is Hall taking up his position in the backfield, and he is going to be hit and dropped at about the 25-yard line.
That was more like a pile drive.
Yeah, no kidding. So he is well, let's see. Did they give him anything? They're going to say maybe back to the line of scrimmage. The official had set it up on the 25, and that would have been close to a first down. But they say his knee hit back at the 27-yard line. So it's going to bring up 4th and a huge down. Let's see what they have.
What's Jay Lee trying to get this with his feet?
Here's Jay Lee as he is going down the left side. He's going to get it himself, and he has the first down, still on his feet, down to the 10-yard line. And I'm surprised no penalty on that, as he was dragged down by looked like helmet.
What effort.
But what an effort by Jay Lee. He did all of that himself, and it looked like a horse collar, but they did not call it. It was right in front of the official. So I guess he had
5-yard run down to the 1.
So I guess he had a better look at it than I did. So down to the 1-yard line. Here we go as we have 9:32 left in this 3rd quarter. Or I should say the first half in the 2nd quarter. Here's the play as the handoff is straight ahead and into the end zone. Did they get it? They haven't. A touchdown. And so Cody Sims at the 9:28 mark. Sims takes it in from 1 yard out.
This handoff touchdown was brought to you by Pettit Law Office, 200 South Elliott in Aurora. Call 417-222-6640 for a free case consultation. Here comes the extra point.
Here we go. It's going to go for 2. As if they can get it, we sure hope they can. Here is the pass out into the flats, and he is open, and it's good as it was gone in. So the 2-point conversion is good.
Brody Sims on the 2-point conversion.
And guess what? It is now 14-7.
That 2-point conversion was brought to you by Craft and Cantrell Funeral Home. For caring and personal assistance during your family time of loss, call Craft and Cantrell at 678-2144.
Well, so the Marshfield Blue Jays find themselves looking at a 14-7 deficit, and they haven't looked at that all that much this year. They're 4-3 on the season, and the Aurora Hound Dogs 1-6, and they have a 14-7 lead here at the 9:28 mark here in this 2nd quarter. Wow, I'm telling you, you talking about blocking up front. And evidently they've had a good practice this week, because with the goings on and they were there, this football team tonight, they were there Wednesday night for the presentation, and must have clicked with them.
Well, and we talked about it Wednesday and even before the game, that being around all those legends and all-staters that maybe a little rubbed off, and plus it is senior night.
So here's the kick, and it's a line drive kick, and it was touched by one of the up players, and it was off of him. They recover, but I saw Missouri do that one time in one of the bowl games, and way back several years ago, and it hit one of the players on the opposing team. I think it was UCLA, hit him in the back, and Missouri recovered. So that was might have been a similar play.
Well, that kick, they brought Sammy Salas in, the soccer style, and he about 10, 15 yards down the field just hit a line drive off a Blue Jay, but
yes,
the Blue Jay recovered it. Good drive by Sammy.
Here we go to the line of scrimmage, and will be the defensive stand right here. This is what we need. And here we go. Here's the pitch back and a flag on the play. And we may have illegal procedure, some motion. And let's see what we have. We have illegal procedure on Marshfield, and that'll cost them 5. So it'll bring up 1st and 15. And that'll go back to the 40-yard line.
You could just see some excitement, some drive in these Hounds tonight. And maybe it was Wednesday, maybe it's tonight, but I'm telling you, this could be a huge win for the Hounds if they keep it going here.
3 receivers to the right side, 1 to the left, and 1 back in the backfield. Here is the snap. They hand it to the back in the backfield, and he breaks a tackle and gets across the 40 to about the 41, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 14. So he gets a yard on the play, and I believe that was SB, or not SB, but I thought I saw a number, but now it's gone. Here we go to the line of scrimmage. Back is SB looking in a long throw downfield, and it is going to be well overthrown, and he threw that thing from about the 35-yard line down to about the 20-yard line. So 15, and that's 25, 35, and almost 40 yards in the air. Goodness.
Yeah, that play before, Wayne, I was waiting for you to attempt it. I think that was number 44, Dalen Cannongator.
Yeah, Cannongator.
Hopefully, yeah. I apologize if I mispronounced.
All right, here we go. 3rd down. Back is the quarterback, SB, looking under pressure, still looking. Now he's going to heave it, and it is incomplete.
Jay Lee knocks it down.
Jay Lee, I mean, you talking about getting up in the air. He got way up in the air and knocked it down, and that's going to bring up 4th down and long. So, and we are waiting to see, and now they're going to go back in punt formation. So back, I believe that's Brendan Hall back for the Aurora Hound Dogs. And again, this snap is rolled back, but he picks it up and gets the kick off, and it's picked up and dropped at about the 34-yard line. And I don't see a number of who that was, but I can tell that
Brody Sims got smashed after he caught it. Coach probably would have wanted him to
let
get away
it go.
from it.
Oh, yeah.
Luckily, Hounds recovered and keep the ball starting 1st and 10 from the 34-yard line with all 3 timeouts left and a 7-point lead, Wayne.
Here we go. 14-7 in favor of the Dogs. 8 minutes and 26 seconds on the clock. And here we go to the line of scrimmage. Jay Lee waiting, and here comes Rollman in. As he gets the pitch, trying to turn the corner, does, and gets out to almost the 40-yard line. He's going to pick up about 5 yards on the play. So that's going to bring up 2nd down and 5.
No bigger than Rollman is, man. He runs
that's
hard.
a flag on the play, and that's a block either in the back or a block below the knees. And that's going to cost him 10. So,
chop block.
Yeah, it was exactly what it was a chop block. And here they're walking it off. and I think that's 10. Now that's going to be 15. That's a 15-yard penalty, and oh my goodness. So that's going to bring up.
I think that's for try to prevent injuries, Wayne.
Yeah, I understand that. Right.
Protecting the player.
Yeah, and they just get caught up in the heat of the game. So it's going to bring up 1st and 20 for the Hound Dogs. Here's the snap. Back is Jay Lee looking over the middle, and is the
Nice
pass
catch.
is caught.
Rollman.
I believe
Still
that's
going.
Rollman, and he is out to the 41-yard line, and Rollman took one of the defenders for about a 3 or 4 yard ride as he just kept his feet going. My goodness. Well, there was 1st and 20. Now it's going to be 2nd and about 3. 2nd and 3, 7:40 on the clock.
I don't know who gave the pregame speech tonight, but there's just a different look in these Hounds tonight.
Oh, they are running to the line of scrimmage, and here we go. Here is Jay Lee back looking, and now there's a flag on the play and a wide open receiver, and that is incomplete. But that's going to be holding, I believe. Well, let's see what we have. And if that's right, that's going to be from the 35-yard line. And holding on the offense, that'll be a 10-yard penalty. And that's going to be from, if they do that from the line of scrimmage, that'll bring up a 2nd and about.
2nd and longer.
Yeah, 2nd and much longer. And let's see where they put it down. And, it's going to be from the spot of the foul. Oh, boy. So that was about 5 yards behind the line of scrimmage, and that's going to run all the way back to the 22-yard line.
We haven't said anything yet, Wayne. Halftime, we got four Sonic cheeseburgers at halftime we're going to give away, so keep listening for that, and we'll give some more information in a minute.
Here we go as the pitch comes back now, a little razzle-dazzle, and Mason has it, and he throws it, and it is caught.
Again.
And Jay Lee catches it, and he goes out of bounds at about the 40-yard line. And what a play as Jay Lee went out on the pass. And
I love it.
And Patterson, who was the quarterback, he's a quarterback and a defensive back and also a receiver. So that's going to bring up 3rd and about 4 yards. Good grief, what a play. So here is Brody Sims bringing the play in, and he is going to split the left side. He's going to slot the left side along with Wittenborn, and here's the snap. Back is Jay Lee. He throws it out into the flats, and is it caught? No, they say no.
Intended for Wittenborn. It hit the ground.
Yeah, and Wittenborn tried his best to come up with it. So that's going to bring in.
Point lead. He's going to bring Sammy Salas out here and try to give us some room. Give that defense some room here with 7:06 left in the 2nd quarter. Aurora has 3 timeouts. Marshfield has 2.
So here we go as they set it up, waiting for the snap. We have one of their receivers back at his own 30-yard line. Here's the kick, and it is a good kick. And it comes out to the 30, to the 25, to the 20, down to the, my goodness, to about the 18-yard line. And that's where they will put it in play. What a kick. So
wow,
the
big field position.
Yeah, and Marshfield will set it up on their own 18-yard line, I believe. And
I think that was a 42 net on the punt there by Sammy.
So good field position for the defense, I should say, for the Hound Dogs. If they can hold them here, then they should come out with good field position. But here's a snap back to the quarterback. He runs it straight ahead, still on his feet, bounces it outside, still on his feet to midfield, and he is going to be, he drops the ball. And so Espy is going to be tackled at about the 45-yard line. Looked like he tried to lateral it back, but he was down, and that's where they're going to set it up. So he gained 10, 25, 20, about 28 yards on the play.
Takes away that nice pump from Sammy there.
It sure does. Here we go to the line of scrimmage. 2 receivers out to the left and 1 to the right. Here's the snap back. Here's a long pass downfield, and it is caught. And it is down to the 20-yard line, and that is Casterlin. So Ben Casterlin made the reception, and he made it right on the 20-yard line. So 2 plays later, that field position they had at the 18-yard line is all the way down to the 20-yard line. So they sure made up some ground in a hurry. 5 minutes and 38 seconds on the clock. Here we go to the line of scrimmage. And 1 receiver left, 1 receiver right. Backs in the I formation. They hand it to the second back through, and he's going to take it into the end zone. So from 20 yards out, that is
that was Dalen
Kanengeter. Yeah, Kanengeter. So that's a 20-yard run, and just like that, at the 5:25, a 20-yard run, and they're going to go for the kick. Here's the snap, kick down, the kick is up, and it is good. So the kick was good.
That's a quick 3-play drive there, Wayne. Took the air out of the sails here.
Oh, no kidding. I guess I spoke too soon.
Both their touchdowns have been on big plays. For the most part, the Hounds have contained them and kept them in position, but
oh yeah,
our young secondaries giving up a couple big plays that normally you don't let them get behind you. But still, 14-14 with 5:25 to go.
So we get the ball back, and it is now 14-14. You're right, and we get the ball back, and let's see if we can't take care of it and run some clock and just get this ball down the field and get on the scoreboard.
Yeah, Marshfield's kicker, he's got a boot on him, so maybe he'll give us some time to get some blockers out there and get Rollman or Hall or Sims on the outside and get some good return here and put us in position to score before half.
Well, they'll be kicking from the 40-yard line, so let's see if we can. I think that's Anderson that will be doing the kicking, and back will be Brendan Hall in the middle. See if he can run this back. Sims on his left, I believe that's Sims. Here's the kick, and it's a high end-over-end kick coming out of bounds, and it's going to be out of bounds at about the 22-yard line. So I believe if I remember correctly, they'll put this in play at about the 40-yard line.
I believe so, partner. I think you're right.
So as they stretch the change out.
That helps.
Well, it's nice to take over. Well, they're going to say the 30-yard line. I'm not sure what's going on here. And
overall, the Hounds have had better field position.
Well, they're going to set it up at the 35. So they split the difference. They were going to set it up on the 30. We thought the 40, so they split the difference and set it up on the 35. So that's where the Aurora Hound Dogs will put it in play. Jay Lee over getting some last-minute plays from Coach Welby.
Here they come. Look at them.
So here they come, boy, to the line
Wow.
of scrimmage. You are not a kid. Not a kidding. Here is Sims in motion. Here is a handoff straight ahead. Still on his feet, and he's going to cross the 35 and get maybe a couple of yards on the play out to about the 38-yard line. So we'll give him about 3 on the play. So it'll bring up 2nd and 7. So Jay Lee on that particular play really carried out the fake well, because I thought he maybe had the ball. Here we go to the line of scrimmage. one back in the backfield. We split the right side and the left side. Here's Jay Lee, and he is open, a receiver, and he overthrows him. He was,
Jordan.
and that was Jordan, but boy, he was hit just about the time he tried to make the catch. And no flag on the play. It's going to bring up second and, or I'm sorry, third and about 7.
You know, we've seen more hurry up by the Hounds. I don't know if that's something they've seen in film against Marshfield, or that's just something that Coach Weldy's threw a wrinkle in this week. I'm not for sure on that.
4 minutes, 41 seconds on the clock. Here's motion by Sims. Here's a handoff straight ahead.
Roman.
And still on his feet is
First
Roman,
down.
and he got the first down. I mean, he was hit actually at about the 48-yard line and went straight ahead for another 5 or 6 yards. My goodness.
Yeah,
So he got about 7 yards on the play.
Cole Roman's only a sophomore, but he's playing like this is his last game on Kelly Field tonight. Love the passion.
Oh, what a play. What a play. Good blocking up front also. We get that offensive line. Here we go to the line of scrimmage. Here is motion by Sims. Here is this pass out intended for Sims, but it was overthrown. And maybe that was intended for Kyle Anderson. They had Sims and Anderson out in that vicinity.
Yeah, it kind of landed in between the two intended receivers.
Yeah.
There was some room there, but Jay Lee kind of floated it too much there.
So
Still 2nd and 10 with 4:17 left, Wayne.
Wittenborn into the game as he brings the play in.
We got
And
plenty of time.
he will split the left side. Plenty of time. The clock stopped at 4:17. So it is 2nd and 10. Here's the snap. Back is Jay Lee. Throws to the sidelines and had the pass knocked out of the hands of the intended receiver, and that was Caleb Wittenborn.
Nice effort, though. He went up high to try to get
Well,
it.
he had
Two
to.
by-
He
in
had
the
it.
middle of 2 defenders.
Yeah, he had it, but the defender hit him in the back and jarred it loose. So here we go, 3rd and 7 from the 48-yard line. Here is Jay Lee under center this time, waiting for the snap. He gets it, and he's going to option down the left side, and now he is going to be hit.
Oh.
And did he pitch it?
Yeah, Savage got rung up on the outside for maybe a gain of 1, Wayne.
So
That's a hard hit.
So Savage took the
He's
pitch.
limping. He took a hard hit there.
It's going to bring up 4th down from midfield, and I have an idea we're going to see number 45 back into the game, and we do, and that is Salas as he comes in to do the punting. What a punt he had a while ago. Let's see if he can duplicate that. So waiting is Salas for the snap. He gets it. Good snap.
Nice
and there's
punt
a kick.
again.
Oh, a great punt into the wind. And
Ball!
the ball is
Ball! Hound
And-
dog ball! Dog ball!
Well, let's see. They're trying to see who recovered it. And there's 2 players down there fighting for it. And it
Hound
is
dog
Aurora's
ball.
ball. Hound Dog's ball. And I believe one of the guys down there was not Cameron Savage, but Clayton Cordova. As he was down there, I'm not sure if he was the one that recovered it. But what a break. A turnover at the 3:25 mark here in this second period.
That was number 22. Brody Sims got the bone on that one, Wayne.
Great.
From
Here
the
we
18.
go. And here is the
Savage
handoff
back
straight
in.
ahead and piling up some yards down to about the 22-yard line. And
That's good to see Savage back in there, Wayne, because I watched him come back to the sideline and he limped a little bit gingerly. But once again, one play later, he's back in there. These Hounds don't quit.
oh, no quit. You are absolutely right. So waiting for the play to be brought in. Jay Lee is the quarterback as he comes to the huddle, breaks the huddle to the line of scrimmage, looks over the defense.
8 on the play clock.
And he gets the snap, and here's a handoff straight up the middle. Well, actually, it was a handoff on a reverse, and I'm not sure what they were trying to do on that, but it looks like they were coming back, and they lost yardage on the play. And that's going to bring up 3rd from the 18-yard line. And
it looked like they had the possibility of some more fancy, but the play
yeah,
never got to develop.
so we're in 4-down territory. So let's see if we can get some positive yards here. Here is Jay Lee back looking, and the pass is incomplete. It was overthrown, and I believe it was intended for Rollman.
Flag, Wayne.
Uh-oh.
See,
I hate to
there's
see
some linemen.
this.
Our linemen got their hands on their hips like they're maybe upset, but I hope.
Well, maybe an illegal receiver downfield, and
Yeah, I think you're right.
holding.
You'll be right.
That'll be,
That hurts.
well, holding penalty.
Well, it'll be 4th and 10 if they decline it. Or if they accept it, it'll be 4th and 20. So we'll see what the Blue Jays do here.
Well, it depends on where the foul came from, and they're explaining it to Marshfield right now. And Marshfield, like you say, they may turn this down, holding on the offense, and they're going to walk it off. So they're going to march it back, and it was evidently along the line of scrimmage.
So probably
And
3rd and 20 then.
so it's going to be out to the 32-yard line. So it's going to bring up 3rd and about 20. So here's the snap. Jay Lee down the right side. He throws it out, and it is
Rollman.
caught by Rollman. And he is going to be well short of the first down, but he got positive yards. And that ball is down to about the 27-yard line. That's going to bring up 4th down. 4th and about 14 or 15. And 4th and 15 on the 23. So let's see what we do, because I don't think we have anybody that wants to try to kick it, so we'll run a play. This is as well as good as a punt. Here's Jay Lee back.
Whoa.
Here's he still has it. Jay Lee does.
Got room.
And
Brody Sims got room.
And he is
He's
down
going.
to the 10, down inside the
Gain of 18.
10-yard line. And I could not see who had the ball, and it was Brody Sims, because I thought that Jay Lee still had the ball, and he handed it
First
off
down.
to Sims. What a play, because he got a first down. At first down,
6.
and that ball is going to be down at the 5-yard line, or actually about the 6-yard line. And
Minute 35 and counting, Wayne.
so let's
Lost
see.
our friend, though. We're okay right now. Take
Let-
your time. Take your time.
Let's see if we can get this thing in the end zone. Here's the pass, and is out in the flat,
Touchdown.
and it is caught for
Whoa.
no, it was not caught. It was not caught, and he had a step on the defender, and I believe that might have been.
It was intended for Sims. He's going to have to come off for a play.
Yeah.
Or wants
Yeah.
to get a break.
Yeah,
He's winded after the last couple plays he's had.
I tried to see a number. It was very difficult to see from our vantage point, but you're right, it was Brody Sims. So that's going to bring up 2nd, 1:21 on the clock. So plenty of time. Here we go. Here is the snap and the handoff straight ahead into the end zone.
Yes!
And that's Brody, Rollman, I believe.
Yeah,
So
Rollman, on
Rollman
the
takes it
6-yard
in.
carry.
From 5 yards out, and just like that, at the 1:16 mark, Rollman takes it in from 5 yards out.
This Hound Dog touchdown is brought to you by Pettit Law Office, 200 South Elliott in Aurora. Please call 417-222-6640 for a free case evaluation. Line up for 2 again, Wayne.
Going to go for 2, you're right. And let's see if we can get it into the end zone. There's a pass over the middle, and it is, they fake it. And here is a pass now to the end zone. And
Unbelievable.
they get
Jordan.
it.
Jay Lee with his feet.
Unbelievable. The pass was good. The
Jay
two-point
Lee.
conversion was good. And no flag on the play. So 2-point conversion. Good. And the score is, they have it 22-14.
Yeah, that was a 2-point conversion.
And so it is.
This
So
two-point
it is.
conversion is brought to you by Craft and Cantrell Funeral Home for caring and personal assistance during your family's time of loss. please call Kraft and Cantrell at 678-2144. Jay Lee just kept that play alive with his feet, and once again, Jordan, it's kind of like a fire. You know, you see the quarterback back there running for his life, and it's just a matter of who can get open. And Jay Lee, throwing against his body, was able to find Jordan, which that's just God-gifted ability right there.
Oh, you're not a kidding. And Jay Lee has proven, to me at least, that he belongs where he is, and that's at quarterback position, because he, as a senior, runs this ball club, runs the offense, and you couldn't have a better offensive player out there than Jay Lee. He has really taken charge of this offense.
For such a tough season, he sure made us enjoy some of the plays and runs.
Oh,
that he's
my goodness.
Has
he ever. So here we go for the kick, and there's the boot, and it is a wobbly kick, and it is going to be, they fall on it at about the 30-yard line, maybe about the 31 or 2. So that's where Marshfield will put it in play, and it's going to be on the 31-yard line. So,
you know, I was talking to a couple of the old dogs the other day, Wednesday, Wayne up in Springfield. And my buddy Stan Rinker was telling me Bob Jernigan was the kicker on that 65 team, and they would squib a lot of it because they had that much faith in their defense if it was a short field, but they got a big share of them.
oh,
So
absolutely. Here's a
it was good to learn that.
Here's a handoff straight up the middle, and he's going to get out to about the 38-yard line, maybe the 39. So it's going to be second and about 2. So here they come in a hurry to the line of scrimmage. 3 players to the left side. Waiting for the snap is SB. He is going to be hit and tackled at the 30-yard line.
I love it.
What a tackle. And I didn't see a number, but I think that was that
That was Connor. Connor Shaw.
Connor Shaw. Okay, great. So that's going to bring up third down and third and long. Here's a pass over the middle, and it is caught. And a first down the sideline he goes.
Roman
and,
will get him.
And he is gone. He is gone for the touchdown.
16 seconds left in the half.
Gone for the touchdown.
70-yarder.
And that was a 70-yard play at the 16-second mark.
Unbelievable.
And a 70-yard pass to Espy. So, boy, you talking about hurting. That is a killer. That is a killer. 22-14. Now it is 22-20. And they will probably go for 2 to try to tie the score. And they are. So here we have 3 backs in the I formation. Here is the handoff to the back, and he does not get in. He is stacked up at the line of scrimmage, and the 2-point conversion fails. Wow. So Cordova makes the tackle. So 22-20 the score, and the Hound Dogs are going to take a lead in at halftime for the first time this year.
Yeah,
we hope.
Well, you know, if it wasn't for the Espy show over there with Marshfield, we've held them in check. But those twins are terrible twins, man. They find a way to get in the end zone.
So the Hound Dogs leading here at the half, 22-20 with 16 seconds left on the clock. So, and guess who gets the ball to start the half, the second half?
Marshfield.
It's Marshfield. Yes, they do. Marshfield gets the ball because they kicked off to Aurora, and Aurora got on the board first in the first quarter. However, as
remember last time they tried to kind of do a kind of half squib and it went out of bounds, but with 16 seconds left, I can't see them giving the Hounds a ball to return. So look for something the same thing here.
Well, they have 5 men at the up front position about the 50-yard line. So let's see what they do. They may kick it deep, and they do. They really kick it off deep. And here is the catch made. and that is, I think,
Roman's got
Roman.
room.
He's got down the
room.
sidelines, and he may go. He's got one man to beat, and they finally catch him.
There's still 4
And
seconds left.
4 seconds on the clock, and they catch him at the 25-yard line, and he falls forward to about the 22. So we have time for one more play. What a run back by Roman. And that was 10, 20,
Kids grease light.
30, 40, 50, 62-yard run. About 63-yard run back. Wow, what a run back.
If it wasn't for the kicker, 56-yard return on the credit they're giving.
Was it 56?
That's what they said. Here we go. We got time for one play. Well, we still got all timeouts. You never know.
So 3.7 seconds left on the clock. Here is
What was that?
now a whistle and a flag on the
Timeout.
play.
Timeout.
A timeout, and that was by, I believe, the Hound Dogs. They took the timeout.
Well, we've talked about it all season, folks. Coach Weldy's bag of tricks, and he's definitely went to it tonight, but I don't know what he's got in plan here with 3.7 seconds from the 22-yard line, but he showed us a lot of different looks tonight, triple reverses. Jay Lee's got 2 receptions in the first quarter or the first half.
Yeah.
Mason Patterson's 2 for 2 passing.
Well,
You never know.
Jay Lee was a receiver turned quarterback, and so he is just an all-around gifted athlete.
Yeah, he's got 2 catches for unofficial 30 yards, Wayne.
So the offensive line really gave him some protection, and we're seeing a different team here tonight. My goodness.
Most definitely. And we got to remember little things. The half cannot end on a defensive penalty, so
True.
Marshfield could get us offsides or a pass interference. We might get a kick. You never know.
And the shotgun formation is Jay Lee waiting for the snap. He gets it. Now he is running down the right side, and he is going to have to throw this thing. He is going to be he does get it off, and it is intercepted. Intercepted, and please tackle him, and he may go. He is gone. He has Jay Lee to beat, and he is going to run it back. An
No flags.
And a touchdown. An ill-advised throw. Ill-advised throw, and it is returned for a
There is a
touchdown.
flag. There is a flag, I heard. McElwain, but
So-
let's see where the refs.
So the flag is, they say, on Aurora. So the touchdown will stand. And
Wow.
so
There's
probably,
a couple of them down here, Wayne, on the 40, 35 and 40-yard line. So
let's see what they're going to
wait a
say.
minute.
And it is. Oh, it's
On
going.
Marshfield.
It's on Marshfield. Oh my goodness
Unbelievable.
gracious! So that's going to do it. And
Wow,
there's no
what a
time
crazy
on the clock.
time of events there.
So, and they.
Let's see what.
Well, it can't end on a. It cannot end on a defensive penalty.
Well,
Like
it
you
might
say.
have been post-possession, though, because they were. I don't know when the penalty occurred, Wayne.
So you.
And,
Well, it
and
had,
what kind of personal foul? Maybe I didn't see nobody getting kicked out, but they're still meeting over here on the 35-yard line. But
yeah, and you're right. And
Nobody's going to the locker room yet.
Marshfield is out on the field along with Aurora.
I'm guessing after the interceptions when the penalty occurred, so Marshfield's going to get the ball, but they're going to be backed up. Is what I'm guessing.
Well,
Looks like we're on defense.
that's what we are thinking. That
And out of everyone in the stadium, Jay Lee is very happy about that penalty.
so
Once
let's
again, trying to do too much, but wow.
let's see what we do here. No time on the clock.
Well, I
And
think they have to put something.
So let's see. They almost have to do something here because, well, not really, I guess, because now they're going to march Marshfield back, and the penalty occurred at about the 35-yard line, so they're going to march him back to about the.
Mark that down. 2-point game right now before half, but mark that change of events down right here, Wayne.
Yeah, boy, no kidding.
What a big swing. And, hey, they still got time for one more play, so look out here.
So here we go.
You never know what the
There we go. As Marshfield has time for one, there's a pass over the middle, and it is caught, and the ball carrier is tackled after about a 12-yard gain, and that will mark the end of the half. So after all of this commotion, the score at the end of the half is 22-20 in favor of the Hound Dogs. Well, that's
really
the first
surprising.
time.
The kind of week it's been around here, does this really surprise you, though?
That's the first time we've been able to announce that here at the half, as the Hound Dogs lead it by 2 points, 22-20.
Coming up, we'll be giving away some at halftime, folks. So keep
Yep.
listening.
Get your dialing fingers ready, because we will be giving it away. Hang on right after these messages. Forgotten over time, but the actions of players, coaches, and spectators leave a lasting impression. So the next time you attend a high school game, think of how history will remember you. Choose good sportsmanship and help rekindle the spirit of citizenship. Remember, the lessons you teach today will help develop better citizens in our community for tomorrow. This message was brought to you by Access Family Care. So, our score here, 22-20, in favor of the Hound Dogs. And what do you have, Chad, as far as some updates on what we have going on throughout the Big 8 Conference?
Well, checking on Cassville's up 21-7 against Reed Spring. Hollister is up 16-0 over Rogersville at half. Seneca's got a 28-13 lead at halftime over East Newton. Monette, last score I see here is 21-0 over McDonald County. And I'm still searching for a couple of them. A couple of them are still not coming in, Wayne, so we'll try to get those to you as we.
Okay.
Lamar, Nevada, no activity, so I don't know what's going on there. So I'd say Lamar's probably up handily.
I would think so. So we will try to bring you some updates as we get them. Want to remind you that we do have some giveaways that we're going to give away here at halftime. And get your dialing fingers ready. Mr. Chad has something to give away.
Okay, Wayne, we're trying to go with the trend of the week. We try to switch it up a little bit. We're going to give away 4 cheeseburgers from Sonic to the first caller that calls 417-489-2277 and gives the station the magic winning words, Senior Night. Senior Night is the phrase that pays. Next caller.
All right.
417-489-2277, and hopefully we'll announce a winner shortly.
So get your dialing fingers ready. 4 cheeseburgers. I don't know if you've ever had the cheeseburgers at Sonic, but I have, and they are worth the wait. They are very good. So the halftime score here, 22-20 in favor of the Aurora Hound Dogs, and Aurora got on the board at the 7:28 mark when Savage took it in from 10 yards out. The kick was no good, and the score at that time was 6-0 in favor of the Hound Dogs. However, at the right back after 3 plays at the 6:31 mark on a 50-yard pass to Espy from Espy, and the kick was good, and Aurora found themselves on the downside of a 7-6 score. So Marshfield, with the kick, had a lead at the end of the first period by a score of 7-6. In the second period, at the 9:28 mark, on a 1-yard run by Brody Sims, 2-point conversion was good, and the Hound Dogs took a 14-7 lead. However, as we say, that didn't last all that long, because at the 5:25 mark, a 20-yard run by, I believe that, I think that was by Cannon Grinder, and he took it in from 20 yards out. The kick was good, and the score at that time was 14-14. So at the 3:25 mark, there was a turnover, and wasn't able to capitalize on that. But then in the second period, at the 1:16 mark, 1 minute 16 seconds, Rollman on a 5-yard run, 2-point conversion was good, and at that time the score was 22-14. Then at the 16-second mark, a 70-yard pass to Espy from Espy, and the 2-point conversion failed, and that's our halftime score, 22-20. All right.
Excuse me. Yeah, I want to remind everybody of a couple different things. One, never miss Hound Dog football. First way is to watch at www.aurorawebtv.com. The second way is to listen on your radio at KSWM AM 940. And the third option is streaming audio at www.radiotalon.com. Click on the streaming button and scroll down to the KSWM button, and you will find us. And I wanted to talk a little bit about not just the week, Wednesday, or great day that we got to go to, but tomorrow morning I'm starting the Saturday morning shoot-around with me from 8 to 10 a.m. on KSWM AM 940, and we also, just like the other day, Wednesday, we're gonna stream that also. But tomorrow, in the 2-hour inaugural broadcast on Saturday, we're going to bring you exclusive bonus coverage from this past Wednesday's Missouri Sports Hall of Fame ceremonies, exclusive interviews from Pat Woods, coach of the 1999 state championship team, from the first hour, and then we're going to move on to around mid-time, 9 o'clock. We're going to replay the podium from the 1977 Greenfield State Championship team and the Aurora football program get inducted into the Hall of Fame. So those of you that were either at the thing or weren't able to go, we're going to bring you some of that you missed Wednesday. And then Kenny Downing's going to call in and give us a little bit of heads up about his boys playing in college, and maybe talk about a Hound Dog memory or two, and of course seeing some of the guys that he played with, and some of his peers were there, so it was a great time. But a lot of people were confused on the plaque thing, and I said it earlier, and I'll try to find that one more time, but any former player or coach that played in the Aurora football program, whether it was 1913 or 2013, they can call up there to the Missouri Sports Hall of Fame. And Carrie Boer is the director's name, 417 241 1551. And plaques will cost $40, but they will have your name engraved as a member with Aurora as an inductee of the Missouri Sports Hall of Fame. So pass that news on to maybe people out of town, or maybe some of the older dogs that don't get on Facebook or that live far away. You didn't miss the deadline. You didn't miss the boat. So we're trying to pass that information for the ones because there was some confusion. And I just want everybody to know that just because you weren't there or didn't hear about it or heard about it late, you can still get your plaque.
And what a turnout that we had yesterday, and hats off to the Aurora fans and family and friends, everyone that attended. And it was so well attended that even the speaker said
he did.
He made
hear it tomorrow.
Yeah, he made a comment.
KSABM.
Yes, he did, and so it was.
What did he say? Come and go might get robbed in Aurora right now.
He said if come and go gets robbed, he said.
We'll know why.
Or one of them would get robbed. He said it'd be a good time because most everybody is here in attendance. There was a little over 1,100 people there, 1,100 people in attendance Wednesday, and we were there, and we were really thrilled to be able to broadcast that thing, not only the portion of the Greenfield and Aurora Hound Dog live, but they'll get to hear it on your show tomorrow, and a repeat of that. And I just wish you all the good luck that you can have starting tomorrow morning, and I guess from 8 to 10?
8 to 10. You know, we were blessed and lucky to go up there. The station had the idea, then we called up there, and they actually apologized to the station and said, sorry, we didn't call you. Because they didn't think we were interested in coming up there.
Yeah.
So being able to go up there and be a part of it, and it just showed, over a third of that room. And in 25-year history of the Missouri Sports Hall of Fame luncheons, the director said in his article, it was the biggest luncheon they'd had in 25 years. So if a third of the room was the Hounds, and we did have 160 former coaches and players show up and go to that, but it just shows the Hound Dog pride, the town, Springfield, Greenfield, anyone that was there and attended it, seeing the support that the community gives the Aurora Hound Dogs.
Oh, absolutely. And like I say, hats off to them. And we were well received there, and they made plenty of room for us, and it couldn't have been any better.
They were top notch, but like I said earlier, it was a team effort. Our sponsors, we wouldn't have been able to go up there and do it if it wasn't for them. And it's one thing for us to mention the sponsors, but we'd like for you to go, when you do see those sponsors, let them know that you heard them on the Hound Dog Sports.
Absolutely.
Friday nights. I mean, come on. Sometimes it's just one thing to listen, but these sponsors want to know that, when they do sponsor us in the football program, they want people to come in and brag on them and know that they're a part of this.
Well, they're the ones that pay the freight, and as far as being able to listen to the broadcast over the air. And so the next time you're in there, why not? Why not just tell them how much you enjoy listening to it? And even if you don't enjoy listening to it, tell them anyway.
Yeah,
because
we had 13 sponsors the other day to make it possible for
Right.
us to go do that. Red's Drive-In in Greenfield was the lone Greenfield sponsor, but we had 12 from here in town, so that just shows that we couldn't have done it without them. So,
well, Hound Dog football
can't say it enough.
is runs deep here in Aurora.
And the owners, the sales team,
You
secretaries, the ladies
Big-
behind the scenes that get all those orders and stuff done. And Charlie's been a big help this week, crunching some last minute commercials and whatnot. And I don't want any of them to think that we take them for granted.
Oh, absolutely.
And I am going to take a second and say we couldn't have made it possible if you wouldn't have pulled off what you did, getting that phone and that phone jack up there to the podium and getting that crisp, clear sound that we can go ahead and listen to again tomorrow. So I seen it and I watched and I was like, come on, Wayne, you got this. But I just want to say, man, that people don't know, but it's hard to do it on the fly there. You know, we talked in the hallway for most of the 2 hours. We went in there we got to go in there for 20 or 30 minutes of the 2 hours probably.
Yes, yes.
But yeah, Wayne's a perfect partner, but I want everyone to know that he pulled some stuff off up there, and at his age, he's sneaky.
Well, we, as we would say, been around for a while, but we sure enjoy this. And also, want to say hats off to Sammy Clapper. He helped a great deal, and Bill Lewis. What a job he did. Narrating back at the office, and he put all of this together. And Dwayne was there with us for a while, and Janet, yes, and she helped out big time. So hats off to everybody that's a part of the team. We sure enjoyed it, and we sure count it worthwhile to be a part of the team.
Around 9-ish, halfway through the show in the mornings, when we're going to try to replay that podium with Greenfield and Aurora. But I tell you what, that listen in and listen to that Greenfield coach.
I think you have a winner.
That was a moving speech, wasn't it?
Oh, it was.
It really was. And we do have a winner. We want to congratulate Jason Baker. Congratulations. You win 4 cheeseburgers to Sonic. And thank you for listening and calling in tonight, and especially on senior night, to give in the phrase that pays. Jason Baker is winner.
So we have about 2.5 to 3 minutes. So why don't we do this? Why don't we take a quick break, and we'll be back right after this. Dog Stadium, and the score here at the half, in case you missed it, 22-20 in favor of the Aurora Hound Dogs. And they will be kicking off to start this second half. And Marshfield has proven that they can score just about any time, anywhere. And but yet, some of the things that have plagued Aurora has now plagued Marshfield, and that's the old penalty bug. And it had cost them not only a touchdown, but cost them field position. And Aurora knows all about that, because a penalty had cost them field position in this game also. So here we go. we are just about ready for this second half kickoff.
Looks like Sammy South is coming out again. That's good.
Yes.
To get Jay a break and see if Sammy can put the boot to it. Or last time he ricocheted one off a Blue Jay, so you never know with the soccer style kicker here.
Yeah, and this he's going to have the wind with him, and that wind is coming out of the south-southwest or south-southeast, I should say, and it is coming out at a pretty good clip, at least 15 miles an hour. So let's see how he can do this. Let's see how Sammy Salas can get it down there. He's going to have the wind with him as he approaches. They have 1, 2, 3, 4 men up front. So here is the approach and
Another line drive.
and it's being taken by one of the upbacks, and he's going to put it in play at about the 36-yard line. So
there's only 2 ESPYs out here on the field, folks, but you think they're quadruplets or something. They're about every play.
Yeah,
Moving the ball.
you would think that there would be a dozen of them, that every one of them had the last name of Espy. So Espy at quarterback, Espy at wide receiver, and Brendan Espy and Brooks Espy.
They're listed at
So
5'10".
here-
One of them's listed at 160, and the other was listed at 170.
170,
But
yeah.
they're fast as lightning.
So here we go to the line of scrimmage. Here they come, the Marshfield, and here is the quarterback Espy. He keeps it, and he is going to have not only a first down, but he is going to have a touchdown
Not so fast.
as he takes it all the way down to the end zone. And
Come on
I
back.
don't
Come
see,
on back,
are we
boys.
having flags on the play?
Yeah, don't celebrate too much.
And
They'll be coming back. Jay Lee's like, come on, look at him. Come on back. Nah,
and
not so fast.
we have holding on Marshfield. Once
Wow.
again,
Last
that
2
is
plays.
that is 2 touchdowns that have cost them here in this game.
There was a blatant hold on the outside. That's why nobody ran too far down there. So they all thought that it was probably coming back.
Well, they saw the flag drop, and we didn't. Didn't see the flag until we saw the official, and they. So
10 yards from the spot of the foul.
so it will
Looks
right
like
now
they
the
have it on the 48. Looks like 17.
right now the ball is on the 31-yard line, and that's where they will put it in play. So it is first and 15 from the yard line. Here's his handoff straight up the middle, and it's going to get about 6 or 7 yards on the play. It's going to get that penalty back, part of it back, and
Number 44 is
it's
scary there.
going to be second and about 15, we'll say. It was second and 20. I mean, first and 20. So it's going to be second, and we'll call it 12. They spotted it up at the 35. Wish they'd make up their mind. Here's a handoff around the next their left side, and the play is blown dead because of a flag. Generally, that would be on the offense. And we have illegal procedure against Marshfield, and that will cost them 5.
Second 17. 30.
So that will take the ball back inside, or right on the 30, I should say. But look, the toe of the ball is right on the 30-yard line. So that will be second and about 17, I guess. Second down, 17. Split the left side and split 2 on the right side. Here is the snap, and SB throws it out into the flats, and he breaks 1 tackle, and he is swarmed there as he gets maybe about, well, I can't quite tell how many yards, but he's going to get about 5 or 6 yards, maybe 7 or so on the play. It's going to bring it up. Well, they're going to spot it at the 40. Now they're going to spot it at the 38-yard line. So it's going to bring up second and 9.
Oh, Felix.
I'm
Berritos
sorry.
Perez was in the backfield there and had a mid up. I almost thought he tipped it, but good Good job for him getting some pursuit.
3rd and 9 as they line it up. Big defensive play for the Hound Dogs if they can come up with it. Waiting for the snap. Here's Espy.
Shaw.
He gets it under pressure, throws it down the middle,
Nope.
and it is incomplete. Intended out in the flats, and I believe that was for Brother Brook. But
I think you're right, partner.
that's going to bring up 4th down.
Big.
Big
Yeah.
stop for the defense. So the touchdown that is not.
Wayne,
So now it brings up 4th down.
Mr. Rollman's waiting for the punt the way he's been going tonight. Look out.
Oh, you're not a kidding. So we have one of the speedy backs back waiting, and that is Rollman. Here's the snap.
It's a
Good
different
snap.
punter.
And the kick. And it is a short kick,
away
and it's
from
going to be blown dead at about the 33-yard line, maybe. We'll see exactly where they spot it.
Decent field position for the Hounds here.
So they're going to spot it, I believe, on the 32-yard line. So that'll bring the offense on the field. 1st down and 10 from their own 32. So 9 minutes and 48 seconds left in this 3rd period. So they held, and now they take over here on their own 32-yard line. Here is motion by Sims, and here is the ball carrier as he gets across the 35, and that was Sims, I believe, out to about the 37. That'll be a gain of 5. So bring up 2nd and 5.
Nice good chunk on 1st down here. Don't have to get all 5 here. Make it manageable. Keep moving the chains.
Well, the main thing is we can gain some yardage on the ground. We don't have to put it in the air, just chews up the clock. Here we go. Under center is Jay Lee. Here is the pitch back to
Yeah,
Rollman,
he's got some
and he
space.
cuts it up, and he is going to get the 1st down as he gets out almost to midfield. They're going to say he is down at the 46-yard line. So good play by Rollman as he took it and cut it up and picked up the necessary yardage.
Good job by the offensive line too. Push them back. They're
Well-
outweighed on the interior, but you don't know it by heart tonight, folks.
Well, here we go to the line of scrimmage, and Jay Lee under center. In motion is Rollman. Here's a handoff straight up the middle. Nope, he keeps it. Does Jay Lee.
He thought about pitching it again.
He is going to cross the 50-yard line, and it's going to get down to about the 48-yard line or 46-yard line. So good play, good run by Jay Lee as he picks up about 8.
Of course, we're supposed to be down the middle here, but I'll just be honest with you, Wayne. I'm going to miss watching Jay Lee play next year.
Oh, you're not a kid.
He's been fun to watch.
Here is the snap. Jay Lee straight ahead
There he goes
on
again.
the run. And he
Thank you,
breaks
Jay
a
Lee.
tackle. And he is going to be caught
Oh.
inside the 20, down,
Yes.
or down the 25 down to about the 23-yard line as he picks up not only a 1st down, but, wow, he just absolutely blew by one of the defenders and had a chance, but
When he got taken down with some force, but he didn't. He popped right up, didn't he?
yes, he did. He sure did. Split the right side, and that is Jordan. Split the left side, and that is Wittenborn. And we have Brody Sims in the slot. Here is Sims in motion, and here is Jay Lee, and he is going to pitch it back, and now a fumble, and there goes another touchdown. So the touchdown is going to come all the way down from, and we have a Hound Dog down on the field,
It's Jay.
and I believe that's the quarterback, Jay Lee, and oh boy. So,
And
That-
folks, I know it's a shocker, but another Espy just took that touchdown to the house.
so
Number
at
3.
my goodness.
Brooks.
So at the 7:27 mark, a fumble recovered by Espy. For about what was that about? 78 yards. And a 78-yard fumble recovery.
We were right there in the red zone, and let's see what's wrong with Jay here. He could get up.
So Jay Lee up, and it's actually being helped off the field, and he is really walking very gingerly. And boy, he takes a beating every time. So the score now 26-22. And guys, we are not out of this game. We are not out of this game. Even though they may go for two, and they are going to go for two, as Jay Lee still gingerly walking off the field. And they are going to go for two. They have the I formation, but they have three backs in the I formation. Hurrying into the game is Jacob Jordan, as he will take his position. So they're going to try to run it, try to see what they can do. And still 25 seconds on the play clock, so they have plenty of time as the official now gets them ready and puts the clock in motion. So here's the quarterback, SB under center, and he is looking and he throws it, and it is incomplete over the head of the intended receiver. And I think that was a tight end that was out in the open, but it was overthrown. So the two-point conversion was no good. And so the score remains at 26-22. 26-22. As
the difference has been big plays, Wayne.
Yeah.
54-yard catch, 70-yard catch, and then a 78-yard return for a fumble recovery. Other than that, number 44 had a 20-yard run, but the big plays are the difference in this game. The Hounds have held them in check the whole game, but you can't take a play, you can't take a night off, but we're right in at 26-22 with 7:27 left in the third quarter.
Well, this is not going to be the final score, that's for sure. And I just have a feeling that the Hound Dogs are going to come back. And Jay Lee down at the far north end, and
Patterson will definitely be coming in for quarterback on this series.
He is surrounded by some of the injured players down there. So he has his helmet off. So here's the kick, and it is a good kick coming down to Sims, and Sims is going to be tackled at about the 31-yard line, and that's where the Hound Dogs will put it in play. So we probably will see Mason Patterson at the quarterback position.
Which is already 2 for 2 tonight, passing to Jay Lee. So at least he has had the ball in his hands other than receiver tonight.
Well, let's see if we can't get something going here. So Mason Patterson, the quarterback, he is under center. Here's the snap, and he hands it off to, I believe, that was Brody Sims, and he is going to get about 2 yards on the play, bring up second and about 8. So he gets out to about the 33-yard line. Second down and 8 from their own 33-yard line as Wittenborn and Jordan come out. Patterson under center. Here is Rollman as in motion, but the handoff goes straight up the middle. Going to pick up about 4 or 5 yards on the play, so a good play. Pick up 4, we'll call it third down, and about a long 4.
It's not crucial here, but it'd be nice to get a couple first downs, but it's manageable, 3rd and 4.
3rd and 4, they're at their own 30,
Will he have him pass?
7-yard
Will he
line.
have him pass?
So here is motion by Rollman. Here is
Yes,
a
he
pass
will.
out into the flats, and that's going to be hit and dropped. And it's going to lose about a yard on the play. It's going to bring up 4th down. So, and we see
I don't think there's
Mr.
much
Salas,
decision about it. Yeah.
Mr. Salas coming into the game, so he will do the booting. So we've had some very good snaps on our part. Let's see if we can continue. Oh, the pass was over his head, and the ball is on the ground, and still on the ground. And we're going to have a flag on the play.
Yeah.
It's going to go against
Yeah.
Marshfield for probably unnecessary roughness. But Hound Dogs did come up with it, but that's going to cost Marshfield 15 yards probably.
It was a bad. It was a high snap. Once we said, Sammy's a crossover. He plays soccer and football. He's used to not using his hands with soccer very much, but yeah. Let's see what they say here.
Personal foul, unnecessary roughness, and
But is it an automatic first down?
it is.
Patterson's still out there like he's gonna call play. Yeah, we're still on offense here.
Well, we recovered the ball, so it was going to bring up. It was 4th down, so a penalty on the play. I don't know. We'll have to see how they work this. But the defense for Marshfield is still out there, and they're going to bring the ball out to about the 39-yard line.
Some things bug me. I was an 8-year Mighty Mite dad. As much people come here and pay to come see the game, why don't they put a little mic on the ref out there to let us all know what's going on?
I don't know, but they're going to
technology. It wouldn't be that hard.
Going to redo 4th down.
Just saying.
Going to redo 4th down is what they're going to do. So Salas back to do the kicking once again, but this time from the 39-yard line. Now the officials get together, and
about the same. He's standing about the same spot anyway. When he got hit.
Yes, just about.
Not much difference in the. I think they're still trying to figure out what to change, but.
Well, it's on the 39-yard line, so there's the snap. It's a good one. There's the kick, and it's a high end-over-end kick coming down at the 25-yard line. Breaks 1 tackle, 2 tackles, and is going to be knocked out at about the 30. They're going to say at the 29-yard line. So that's where the Marshfield Blue Jays will put it in play. And they lead this game by a score of 26-22. So if and when the Hound Dogs get this thing back, maybe we can scoot down the field. I don't see number 12 on the sidelines, so I'm not sure where he is.
Yeah,
he is. I see him now. Has his helmet. I guarantee you he wants back in there.
He's probably lobbying right now, but the trainer's next to him too. So
yeah,
she's gonna. I see his helmet.
Here is the handoff from sweeping the left side, and that's one of the ESPYs, and he still on his feet as he breaks a tackle, gets across the 40 to the 45, and a flag on the play.
I think that's on Marshfield.
And boy, we see Marshfield jumping around, and let's see what the flag is. It is holding Marshfield. Once again, Marshfield is their own worst enemies. They've shot themselves in the foot I don't know how many times on penalties. The turnovers here tonight, actually there's only one because the interception did not count because of a penalty. So they're going to march this thing back to about the 30-yard line, and that's where they will put it in play. Well, marching it back from the 30 to the 20-yard line. So that's where they'll put it in play at the 20-yard line. So it's going to be 1st and 20 from the 20. So first and 20 from the 20. And let's see, we have 4 down linemen plus three linebackers, and here is the pass, and it's out into the flat, wide open receiver, and he makes one miss, makes two miss. He's going to have the first down as he gets well, they're going to say maybe. They're going to bring it back to right around the 40.
Right there, isn't it?
And that's going to be awful close to a first down. They're going to give him the first down.
Well, I've kind of been paying attention to our sideline here, Wayne, and Jay Lee's talking to the trainer again, but we know his heart. He's lobbying, but they'll have to take his helmet because he'll try to sneak in there. But I've been watching Coach Weldy, and he was talking to Patterson, so it looks like Patterson's probably going to be the quarterback next series.
So split the right side for Marshfield as quarterback Espy is in the shotgun. He is back, looking, going deep, and there's a man wide open, and it is caught, and the touchdown. So he got behind the receivers.
Guess who?
An
Wayne?
Espy to an Espy, and it was a
60.
A 60-yard touchdown pass and run from Espy to Espy, and that's at the 4:42 mark. And at the 4:42 mark, and what did we say, a
60-yarder.
60-yard pass.
Yeah, Brooks Espy has 3 touchdown catches tonight unofficially, a 54-yarder and a 70-yarder and a 60-yarder, all from twin brother
Here's
Brennan.
The kick is up, and it is good. So the kick is good. So now the score goes to 33 to 22. Boy, that hurt.
Yes, it did.
Yeah, 60-yard pass.
It's all, I mean, their shortest touchdown has been 20 yards, but it's been big plays. And, you know, sometimes that happens when you got a young, inexperienced team where they bite on certain plays, and these SP kids are fast where they get a step behind you. We've watched it 3 times. He's gone. But his brother's got a cannon and a pretty spiral, don't he?
Yes, he has.
He's aired it out a couple times, at least 40, 45 yards in the air, and he probably had room for more.
I still say Aurora's going to score. They are going to score, whether it's this set of downs or the next. But I think we can do it. Here is the kick.
Whoa, onside.
An onside kick, and it didn't.
It didn't go 10. No way.
And
no way.
Yeah, it did. It went from the 40 down to the 40.
When he made contact with it?
47-yard line, so the onside kick worked.
It looked like he touched it before it went across the 50 to me. No? Okay.
So the onside kick, and
what a turn of events here.
Wow, I'm telling you, this.
Here they come.
So
hey, be ready for a quick one.
To the line of scrimmage, and let's see, 3 receivers to the left side, 1 to the right side, so they're going to have 4 receivers out, and here comes the handoff right up the middle, and he's going to get maybe a yard on the play, and I think that was Canninger. So he gets, well, they're going to say about half a yard on the play, and we'll give him a full yard. So it's going to bring up 2nd and 9, we'll say. Unlike you, I'm surprised that they didn't throw it deep. 3 receivers left, 1 to the right side. Here's the snap. There's the pass out into the flats. And they cleared out the outside, and the receiver still on his feet. And I believe that is McElwain, as he was the recipient. And he is going to get a first down. It's down to the 36-yard line. So, just like that, Marshfield's on the move. Here we go to the line of scrimmage. 3 receivers left, 1 to the right. And waiting for the snap is the quarterback. He fires it deep and overthrown.
Oh.
And
He'd catch that most of the time.
yeah, and that was in and out of the hands of the receiver, and I believe that was Brooks Espy. That's going to bring up 2nd and 10 from the 36-yard line. Come on, defense. Let's see if we can't. Well, maybe, how about a sack of the quarterback? Maybe we can get that done. Here is Espy. He gets the snap, and now they're going to run it to the right side, and
Flag.
the flag on the play, and we may have a face mask. And he's still on his feet, and he's going to have the first down. But I believe that is going to be a face mask against Marshfield. Yeah, let's see.
You know, we talked about it earlier, Wayne. They were on a 3-game winning streak coming into this game. It is holding.
It is holding against Marshfield. I thought it was a face mask. It looked like the ball carrier's head went sideways, but not so. So once again, penalties are going to send this play backwards.
The last 3 games, when they were on their 3-game win streak, they've scored 112 points and only give up 34. So they've definitely been getting big chunks of yardage and points this last month.
Going to march this thing all the way back, because this was in the backfield where this happened. They're going to march this thing back all the way back to the 48-yard line, from the 36 to the 48. So that was a holding penalty, and it was in the backfield. So just like that, here we go. It is 2nd down and 22, but they're very capable of getting this thing done. Here is a keeper by the quarterback, and away he goes, and he has not only the first down, but he is down inside the 15.
Ball. Hounds act like they have it, Wayne.
Well, let's see. They're down inside the 15, down to the 11-yard line, and the Hounds say they got it, but the official is pointing toward the Blue Jays, I think. Yes, he is.
We had a couple thespians down there pretending we had it.
So they will keep possession, and it's on the 11-yard line. Well, actually, its ball is really touching the 10, so we'll call it 1st and goal from the 10. Actually, here's a handoff straight ahead, and not a lot of running room. He's going to get maybe about 3 yards on the play, and that was Cannon Lighter.
Defense got a lock down here, Wayne. We're down 11. We could give up a field goal, but we sure don't want to go down 3 scores here. So we got to lock it down. Get a turnover or block a kick or something. We got to get this ball back.
So 2 minutes and 5 seconds on the clock, and still waiting.
Marshfield's in no hurry.
Marshfield, you're right. They're going to let this play clock run down. It's down to 5, 4, 3, and will they get it off?
Nope.
No, they didn't, and was timeout called.
What?
And I believe timeout was called, and delay a game. The timeout was not called. So,
I was going to bet that an SB was going to get the ball, but.
So delay a game, and my goodness, you have the ball, down on the 8-yard line, and you get a penalty. So it runs it back to the
I think they could still technically get a first down. Yeah, they could get a first down on the 1.
Yeah, I believe so. Right at the 1-yard line. Waiting for the snap. Here's the ball carrier around the right side. And he is going to be knocked out of bounds as he gets inside the 10 down to about the 5-yard line. They're going to say maybe just short of the 5. It's going to pick up
I think Coach Weldy
couple of yards on the play.
I thought I saw a hold on the outside. The way he was acting, I thought he did too, but apparently the ref didn't see that one. They have seen a lot tonight. We've seen a lot of flags. So
it's 3rd down, and the ball is on the, looks like the
3rd and 5 from the 6.
3rd and 5 from the 6, you're right. So here we go, waiting for the snap. They get it, and Here's the straight ahead
No.
run blocking, and they're going to stack him up. And he is short of the goal line. And they're going to spot that ball on about the 1 or 2.
Got another one limping off here, Wayne. Feed looks Barrientos Perez.
Yeah, well.
This is the play of the game right here.
Yeah, we see.
We got to hold. We got to hold.
4th and 1. 4th and 1, guys. Come on.
They may
Big
give
play.
us another penalty. They're good at that.
Well, let's see. Maybe so.
We'll take it.
Here's the quarterback waiting. He's waiting for the snap. He gets it, and he hands it off. And did he get in? I don't. Oh, they did. A touchdown. So they got in from 1 yard out, and I believe that was the big guy.
I was waiting for him to say. I couldn't
Cannongeister.
see it.
So from 1 yard out at the 12.3 second mark.
Number 34, Zach Capel, got credit for that.
So a
touchdown.
1 yard run, and there's the kick, and it is good. So a 1 yard run.
By far, Marshfield's shortest touchdown of the night.
Oh, yeah. A 1 yard run. The kick was good.
They took some time off the clock there, though.
And our score now is 40-22. So that one really hurt. So we have 12.3 seconds left here in this third period. We have all of the fourth period left. And let's see what we can do. Jay Lee has his helmet on, but I'm not so sure he's going to be able to go back in. May have had his bell rung.
You know, it's pretty frustrating, though, for these dogs because a couple minutes ago we were right there in the game, a 2-point game, and lost change since then.
Well, had a 22-20 halftime lead, and boy, they've given up 18 points here in this period.
This is when you still stay with the system. Don't do no dumb penalties here, get out of frustration. Obviously, the refs are watching. There's been a lot of flags tonight.
Well, let's see if we can run this kick back. There's the boot, and it goes to the 40-yard line. They tried the onside kick again, and I'm not sure that they did. I think
Dante Floyd come up with it, but he fumbled it. But he did get it back.
so. The Hound Dogs will put it in play on their own 39-yard line again.
Couple
All right, Patterson back in at quarterback position.
scores here, Wayne. Pierce City 7, Miller 0 in the fourth quarter.
Oh my! And both teams are undefeated.
I don't think Pierce City's given up a point since week 1.
7-0. My goodness.
Mount Vernon 20, Catholic 7 in the fourth quarter.
Here's a handoff straight ahead,
Brody.
and still running on up close to midfield, and they're going to give him forward progress to midfield, and that's a first down. My goodness, that was a heck of a run, and that was by Brody Sims.
That was.
As he gets about 11 yards on the play. So here we go as they now
Into the third quarter.
End of the third quarter. So the score here at the end of 3 periods of play, 40-22 in favor of the Blue Jays from Marshfield. We're going to keep it right here for right now and give you an opportunity to see if you can come up with a couple of scores.
Yeah, Cassville didn't edge. Beat Reed Spring 42-7. Looks like Hollister's beating Rogersville 16-0 at half. Seneca 28, East Newton 13 at half. Monette's running all over McDonald County 40-0 in the third quarter. Marionville's beating Ash Grove 42-0 at half. Seneca 28, East Newton 13 at half.
So
I don't think some of them quite updated because Castle's already final and there's halves at other times.
Yeah.
So
and that could very well
try
be.
to refresh that and get some more to you here shortly.
So the Aurora Hound Dogs will put it in play on the 49-yard line I believe, of the Blue Jays. Actually, it's going to be right at midfield.
And
So
you were right, Wayne. Jay Lee's got his helmet on. It's last quarter on Kelly Field. He's sure going to try to get in there. I hope he can.
yeah, he's really wanting
He's lobbying
in
it,
there.
isn't he?
Yeah, he's lobbying the coach. Here we go. So right at midfield. See if we can get something done. Patterson, the quarterback, looking downfield, looking. Now he's going to tuck it and run, and he'll get maybe a yard on the play as he gets down to about the 49. So he was looking, and everybody was covered. Tried to find Jordan, but Jordan was covered in going deep. So they'll bring up second down and about 9 as Jordan comes out, and in goes Kyle Anderson as he brings the play into Patterson. 15-14 on the play clock. So the Hound Dogs on the move if they can muster up something here. Here is the reverse, and
Rollman,
and he is going to have not only the first down, but he is going to get down deep in at about the 33-yard line of the Marshfield Blue Jays, and that's where they will put it in play. Is Rollman once again takes the ball down, and not only for the first down, but he gets about 12 or 13 yards on the play. So here we go as the Aurora Hound Dogs to the line of scrimmage, and they have two receivers to the left side. Here's Rollman in motion, and here is a ball carrier up the middle down to about the 32-yard line. That's Brody Sims. So Sims the carrier, and he's going to get down to about the 32-yard line. So it'll bring up second down and about 9. Here we go to the line of scrimmage. Slot the left side. Here's Rollman in motion as the ball carrier, I believe that's the quarterback, Patterson, and he is going to lose yardage. See where they spot this. We're going to spot it at the, well, they're going to say at about the, well, they're going to give him a yard on the play. He was pushed all the way back, so that'll bring up about second and about 8. Well, they're going to say, scoreboard's going to say 9, but I believe it's closer to 8 yards. Here we go to the line of scrimmage. Slot the left side and a receiver left. Slot the right side. In motion is Rollman. Here's a pass, and it is incomplete. Incomplete, and it's going to bring up fourth down, 4th and 9, so they're in 4-down territory. Let's see how we can handle this. Patterson now waiting for the play, and it's going to be brought in by Kyle Anderson as he brings the play in. Big down, 4th and about 9. So from the 32-yard line. So let's see if we can pull out something out of the old hat. Here's Patterson, and he is going to be swamped as the time ran out, and there was nothing there but white shirts. So no gain on the play. It's going to bring up 4th down. And let's see. Well, actually, that was 4th down, I guess, wasn't it? And so the change of possession. We'll go over to Marshfield. 40-22, the score with 9:17 left on the clock. And here we go as quarterback SB is looking, and he throws a wide open receiver, and it's over his head. And there was a little push in the back, and I believe that was by Mason Patterson.
Oh, I thought he was trying to help him up or keep him up.
Yeah, it might have been. So that's going to bring up second down and 10 as the pass was overthrown. Pass was intended out in the flat, but was overthrown.
He had a step on him though, didn't he?
Yeah, I believe he did.
Quarterback's got a cannon. For not being
Second
that
down
very
and
big of
10.
a guy.
Here is motion, and SB hands it off to, I
McElwain.
believe that's McElroy. It is, and he has not only the first down, but he's going to be knocked out of bounds around midfield, so he's going to pick up about 8 or 9 yards on the play.
When you think about Marshfield sports, what do you think about, Wayne?
Marshfield sports.
Yeah, what comes to your mind?
Well, I know that basketball, they've always been really, really good in basketball.
The Howard girls.
The Howard
They had
girls,
that run
yes.
back in
Yes.
the early 90s.
Oh, yeah.
They knocked us out one year down here. I think it was in 90. We should know. 91, 92.
Yeah.
We had a real good team.
So here we go
Our
as
girls.
almost a bad snap, but a handoff straight up the middle, and he was hit, and I believe he was hit by Clayton Cordova, and he didn't go anywhere. Clayton Cordova really put the stops to him.
No, I think of the Howard girls and the run that they had in the early 90s, but you had good coaches and probably some bad coaches. Some coaches you probably enjoyed playing for.
Oh, yeah.
Others you probably didn't give two hoots about. Well, Tom Nunn was from Marshfield, and he started the baseball program here in Aurora back in 1987. And he passed away a little over 10 years ago, but he was a staple in our baseball program.
This play is going to come back.
SB's gone.
No,
but
it's
there's a
coming back.
flag.
There's a flag, and we had holding in the backfield. Actually, we had a tackle in the backfield. That's how bad. And how the official is right in front of the official, holding Marshfield. And
They've had a couple of them tonight, ain't they?
oh, my goodness gracious. Well, the thing is that the defender for Marshfield, and I couldn't see a number, he was tackled in the backfield. And you cannot do that. So here they will march this off, and that'll bring up second and about 19.
But no, I wanted to give a homage to Tom Nunn because he did start the baseball program here, and he's in the Hall of Fame. And Crowder, he was a heck of a coach and went on to play at MU, and I think had an arm injury and got drafted, but wasn't able to go all the way. But anyway, he was a great coach and taught me a lot, and I miss him. And I just wanted to say hi to any of his family and friends here from Marshfield.
Well, they're going to say it's going to bring up second down and 22 because that happened about 3 yards deep in the backfield. So waiting for the snap. Here's the snap. And now they're going to have a long throw
The
down.
ref got
And
oh.
thank you, Mr. Official.
Luckily, no one got hurt there.
So the official.
Two Hound Dog defenders, the official, and the Blue Jay, and it was a little crowded in there, out there, wasn't it?
Well, it's an incomplete pass, and the official is part of the
He
playing
lost
surface.
his shoe. Look, watch. He lost his shoe.
And
Handle it in stride, though.
so
He's a professional.
I think is there another flag on the play? I believe there is.
There was a shoe on the field. I know that.
Well, that's it. No, they're gonna mark it down at the line of scrimmage. I thought maybe there was another flag on the play, but not so. So the official puts his shoe back on.
Third and 22.
So it brings up third down and 22. Here we go. Waiting for the snap is Espy, and he gets it, and now he fires it long down the sidelines, and it is overthrown. So that's going to bring up fourth down, fourth and 22. Or is
I
it
don't know why
third
they-
down?
No, I think they're punting, Wayne.
I think they are punting. So back will be, I believe that's is Thomas McElwain. So
We got Rollman back there, and he's ready to go again.
So he will be doing the punting. I think that's him. So McElwain, it is, back to do the punting. And waiting for the snap, and it is a low snap, but he gets it off. And it is caught at about the 32 to the 35
Face
to the
mask.
40. Still on his
Yeah,
feet
he's seen
to the
it.
45
All
to
right.
about the
I saw it.
46-yard line.
That's going to put us probably about the 40-yard line, Wayne, because I think they're going to mark 15 more off on Marshfield, if I'm not mistaken.
So,
He threw it right in the area of a face mask.
well, let's see. And if we have holding on Aurora.
Whoa.
So holding on the Hound Dogs.
My apologies. Oh,
That,
wow.
that will march them back
Wait a
wherever
minute. Make
the
sure, wait a minute.
wherever that took place. I'm not sure where it
Yeah,
took
wait a
place.
minute.
Oh, they said no, it was on Marshfield.
I thought that's
So
okay.
now they're going to mark it off against the
Yeah, sort of say.
Marshfield Blue Jays, and they're going to mark it
Justice.
down to the 40, their own 40-yard line. So that's where Aurora will put it in play. So they have 40 yards to go.
Patterson comes back out, so Jay may be done for the evening.
He
Even though
may
he's
very
got
well
his-
be.
He don't look like it. He's ready, or acts like it.
So here we go. 7 minutes, 29 seconds
We need a
on the clock.
Quick score. Two-play score. Two-drive score.
So let's see. The officials are still talking. And did they mark it off in the right place?
I think they did, from where I looked.
Well, the ball is on the 40-yard line. And now a personal foul
Face
against
mask.
Marshfield. Face mask. That's what it was. So it was a face mask violation. And it was.
What is going on here?
So they're still waiting, and the officials are now talking to the coach over on the sidelines. And now when the second official goes over, they're
I wish I knew how many penalties in this game. It's 20 plus easily.
so they're talking to the Marshfield head coach. The ball is still on the 40-yard line. So I did not see another flag come out, whether or not there is still a flag. But now here comes the Hound Dogs over to talk to Coach Craig Weldy. And so he's going to get some time in. So the official calls a timeout. And whatever.
I don't know what there is to talk about. I mean, a 15-yard penalty is a 15-yard penalty, unless there's extracurricular. But I didn't see no boots. I didn't see nobody getting kicked out.
And I did not.
But they're having a pretty good conversation over there.
Yes, they
Still.
are. They are still talking to the Marshfield coach, and the Marshfield coach over there, Cody Bull, he is not real pleased, and he wants to know what's going on. But here comes the Hound Dogs back out on the field, and here comes Mason Patterson out on the field, the quarterback for the Hound Dogs, and that's where they're going to put it in play. They're going to put it in play evidently on the 40-yard line. So here the official finally gets free, and he comes over to the now he's going to come. Well, he's going to come over and talk to Coach Weldy, and Coach Weldy's going to go out and find out what in the world is going on. Now he comes back. So now they're going to put it in play. I didn't think I'd ever have a play-by-play description of officials. But here we go. Ball on the 40-yard line. It's a 1st and 10 for the Hound Dogs. And let's see how and what all will take place now. Here is Patterson, the quarterback, under center. In motion is Rollman, and Patterson is going to be tackled in the backfield, and he finally squirts ahead for a couple of yards as he is tackled for about a 2-yard gain. So that's where they'll put it in play. He was knocked back, but they're going to give him forward progress. Second down and about 9, they're going to say. So now they're going to say 2nd and 8. So once again, the officials can't make up their minds.
Well, the clock's starting
Good
to not be our
heavens.
friend, Wayne. We're down 18 with under 7 minutes left. We better hurry.
Yeah, we really do. Here is Patterson as in Sims in motion, and now Patterson
Savage. Nice run.
as they get down to inside the 30. So that's a first down, and I believe that was Was that Patterson?
Yeah. No, it was Savage.
So Savage finally gets a taste of the ball as he takes it down to about the 29-yard line, we will say. So 6 minutes and 24 as the clock moves. Split the left side, and now we split the right side and slot the right side as Patterson, the quarterback, looking. Now he will keep it and go
Nice
straight up the
run.
middle, and he is going to get down to about the 20-yard line, and he's going to pick up about 7 or 8 yards on the play as he saw a hole and he ducked inside of it. So it's going to bring up second and about 2 yards. So he gained about 7 yards on the play. To the line of scrimmage, here we go. 2 receivers out, one on the right, one on the left, one back in the backfield, and that is Savage. Here is Patterson, the quarterback, and he is back looking, and he tosses it to the end zone, intercepted.
Wrong guy.
And now they're going to say it's intercepted, and he has to stay in the end zone.
Touchback.
So it's a touchback, and then bring the ball out to the 20-yard line, I guess.
Yeah,
So-
McElwain had that interception, Wayne, number 7.
So that will do it for that drive. So 5:29 on the clock, and I'm really surprised that Marshfield would be trying to pass, and I was going to say they have quite a lead here, so
No, they'll probably try to gash us and get a couple first downs and go home. We gotta
probably
get the ball
so.
back and get it quick.
So the ball comes out to the 20-yard line because of the interception in the end zone. So that's where Marshfield, the Blue Jays, will put it in play.
You know, if we could have scored there and maybe even got 2, we would have been down within 10 with 5.5 minutes. An onside kick, 3 timeouts, who knows? But now we sense of urgency here, Wayne. We need the ball back, and we need it now.
Well, the official has held up play for some reason, and now he blows the whistle and
Well, it's
sets.
also why the game's been delayed because of so many whistles, in my opinion.
So here we go as they get set. Here's the snap. Here's a handoff straight up the middle, and driving out to about the 30-yard line to the 31-yard line. That's going to be a first down. So a gain of 11 on the play, and that was the big guy,
Shaw's coming up lame on that play, too, after he tackled.
Cassengater.
Jay
Clock
Lee's down
at,
there talking to Coach. but
5:14
No avail.
on the play clock. So here we go, waiting for the snap. Is SB, same play, same almost results, straight up the middle. It's going to bring it out to about the 49-yard line. It's going to gain about 7 yards on the play. It's going to bring up second and about 3.
I still hear the pads popping out there.
Oh, yeah. Second, and they're going to say it's up to the 39, so they'll give it second down and 2. Second and 2, and Marshfield probably not in a real big hurry, as there's 4 minutes and 25 seconds on the game clock. And here is the quarterback. He's going to keep it, going to come to the sidelines, He gets by one guy, still on his feet, gets across midfield down to about the 45 to the 44-yard line. That's where they will put it in play. Another first down for the Blue Jays.
Yeah, their line's starting to wear us down a little bit, Wayne. I'm looking here, 6 foot, 230, 6'3", 250, 6'3", 300, 6'3", 225, 6'5", 225.
Yeah,
we can't
yeah,
man
you're
up
right.
like that.
You're right. And they're really just, it's taking its toll. And we could see that even at the half. Here is the quarterback, SB, still in the game. Handoff up the middle, still on his feet. He's going to gain about 10 yards on the play. Looks like maybe 11, and that's going to be another first down, I believe. So the chains are, well, let's see, are they moving?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, there they go. Into the ball game is Ethan, is it Husman?
Hoosman. His brother's playing at Louisiana Monroe last I knew. Junior year? Is he a junior?
So Husman into the game. Here's a handoff straight up the middle and down across the 30 down to about the 26-yard line. Now we're going to have wholesale substitution by the Marshfield Blue Jays. 3 minutes and 10 seconds on the clock, and we're going to have wholesale substitutions. And I think maybe that Blake Anderson is going to be the quarterback. And so he is going to take the snap under center, Blake Anderson. And backs are in the I formation. Here is the handoff to the I back. And I believe that is Sheldon Espy, another Espy.
What?
Number 10, or I'm sorry, number 20, and 22, Sheldon Espy.
Wayne.
So,
how did they sneak a third one in here on us?
Well, they did. So, he is in the slot position, Sheldon Espy, and waiting for the snap, and he gets it and around the left side and tackled and knocked out of bounds. He didn't want to go out of bounds, but he did. And that's going to stop the clock at 2:15, and now they start the clock. And they said his knee went down and he was not out of bounds. So Patterson started to come out of the game, but he is going back in for the Hound Dogs. He is bent over.
I mean, literally, normally you would use your timeouts, but
well,
he could be so banged up.
Yeah,
he doesn't want to
6 seconds, 5 seconds on the play clock, and here's the handoff straight ahead down to about the 16-yard line.
I mean, honestly, Wayne, that could be very well why he's not even calling his timeouts. He's just trying to get out of here with anybody else not getting hurt.
Exactly.
It's the way I feel. But what do you think?
Could very well be. Could very well be. Here, now we are approaching the 1 minute mark as Marshfield just standing around because there's 18 seconds on the play clock
and
a minute and 5, 4, 3, and the clock running. So by the time they snap this ball, it'll be well under 1 minute play. So 5, 4, 3, 2. Now the snap and taking a knee, and that's probably going to do it because there's 45 seconds on the clock, and let's see, there's 38, 37, and that I think that's going to do it. 30 seconds on the, yep, that'll do it. I think there's about 30 seconds on both.
Oh, there's like within. Yeah,
so
he's already ready.
Let's.
Oh,
boy, I tell you, I really thought that the Hound Dogs were going to pull one out here this evening, but they're going to come out.
Spark.
They're going to come out on the short end with 8 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2,
Lift off. Oh.
and that's going to do it. So that's it. That's the ball game, and the final score is 40 to 22. That's that equals their highest output of the season, doesn't it? Didn't they score 40 or 22 against Lamar?
21 or 22. Yeah, right there.
I think it was. And so, at any rate, the Hound Dogs come up on the short end as they had a halftime lead, 22 to 20, and just ran out of gas in the second half. And you really could see it. And Marshfield, they just kept running these guys in and out.
Lack
And-
of depth and experience.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
size. They for 45 kids, half of them are pretty good size, and then some of their skill position players are not so big but fast.
So we are on the short end once again, 40 to 22. So while we wait to see if we can see if one of the coaches can come up here and talk to us, or if maybe one of the players. So we'll take a break and we'll be back right after this. short end of the score here tonight, 40-22, after leading at the half by a score of 22-20. So the Hound Dogs will be on the road next week as we go down to Reed Spring and play the Wolves, and that will be the last regularly scheduled game of the season. And then after that, we will find out pretty much that we'll probably go down to Cassville. And
I think it's unofficial that we will, because Cassville won 42-7 tonight. Monette won 47-0 over Mack County, which is a 4A school. But like we said, Cassville has the head-to-head. Cassville has one loss, Monette has two.
yes,
So I'll find out, but I'm 98.7% sure that Aurora will be going to number 2 Cassville, unless Mount Vernon got knocked off next week.
well, they were winning.
No, I mean next week.
Yeah,
But
they were winning tonight, so I'm not sure who they play next week, but chances are they probably will win. We may go back over to Mount Vernon. No, I guess Nevada will go there.
They're at Hollister next week. Mount Vernon is.
Yeah, so
So it'll be senior night at Hollister. You never
Yep.
know. High school kids on Friday Night Lights.
want to remind you also that the score of any athletic event is generally forgotten over time, but the actions of players, coaches, and spectators leave a lasting impression. The next time you attend a high school game, think of how history will remember you. Choose good sportsmanship and help rekindle the spirit of citizenship. Remember, the lessons you teach today will help develop better citizens in our community for tomorrow. This message is brought to you by Access Family Care. So Access Family Care and all of our other sponsors, we thank you so much for carrying Hound Dog football this year. The band we see marching down on the north end, but I think they're marching back to school. Players are still gathered around Coach Weldy out in the middle of the field, and looks like they are having their prayer. This is a ritual that they do at the end of every game, win, lose, or draw. They bow and give thanks to the Lord, and I think, of course, being a minister, I think this is one of the greatest things that they could do. And
Well, and they're probably let down. You know, they came out hot. Was in the game first half, and Marshfield punched him in the mouth a couple more times. But he's probably reminding them of the week. You know, where we've been, what we've done, especially the younger ones, and he's probably paying tribute to the older seniors because this will be their last time playing on Kelly Field.
so what's on the agenda for tomorrow for you?
Yes, tomorrow morning we're coming out with the first annual Saturday morning shoot around from 8 to 10 a.m. on AM KSWM 940. We're also streaming that. But for those of you that weren't able to join us Wednesday for the Missouri State Hall of Fame induction for the the Aurora football program, we are going to take you live from the podium from Wednesday's events. Approximately 9 o'clock, we're going to take you Greenfield, their 1977 state championship team was up there, and their coach, his speech was really touching.
It really was.
I really enjoyed that. We just got to see the Aurora and the Greenfield. We were out in the lobby, I guess so to call. But we're gonna have Pat Woods down tomorrow morning. He's gonna come down at 8:15, 8:30, and talk a little bit about not just Wednesday and not just the '99 state championship, but you know he played against the Dogs back when he went to Monette and whatnot. And then we're gonna, like I said, we're gonna do the podium around 9. That'll be about a 15-minute cut from the two teams, and then Missouri All-American Kenny Downey is going to call and join us for the last half hour of the show and talk about some of his good times in Aurora, MU, and going on to play at New Orleans Saints. And I think Kenny was down there the first year the Superdome opened in '75. He was telling me last Friday night when we were talking after the game that he saw Ray Guy punt one, hit the top of the dome, and
never been done before. They didn't know what to do, so they kind of like tonight. The refs had a meeting of the minds and dead ball. Let's do it again. So he's got a lot of stories and been in the big game. Played beat Alabama, Bear Bryant on Monday Night Football, and I believe he was actually Chevrolet Player of the Game that Monday night in Alabama. If I remember right, Alabama hadn't lost in 2 years and was like coming off a couple national championships. And Mizzou went down there and thumped them 20-7, I believe. So anyway, Kenny's not just played against a lot of good athletes and players, but was one of those champions in '69, and was glad that he agreed to call in and join the first Saturday shoot around.
Well, the players have broken up on the field, and when I say broken up, I don't mean any other than they are
no
through
brawls, no fights.
Right, they're through with their prayer, and they are started back toward school so they can get rid of some of this equipment. So we hope that we have a chance to talk with Coach Weldy. We see him down on the sidelines, and he is, I believe, on his way up here. So why don't we do this? Why don't we take a quick break, and then we'll be back right after this. Hound Dogs lose it here tonight by a score of 40-22, and they were ahead at the half, 22-20, but just couldn't quite hold on as they just really ran out of gas here in this second half. Want to remind you also that role models are more important than ever in today's society. You can serve as a role model for others the next time you display good sportsmanship at a high school athletic event. Good sports are winners and are also very vital to preserving our fine sports tradition. So the next time you attend a sporting event, remember to be a good sport and help rekindle the spirit of citizenship. This message is brought to you by Access Family Center. So we thank them for that, and Coach Weldy stepping into our booth, and we have an opportunity to visit with him. And boy, it looked good at the half, but boy, it looks to me like in a kind of a funny game tonight, Coach. A lot of mistakes, a lot of penalties, and come out on the short end.
Yeah, it was a game of highs and lows, and we made some young team mental mistakes, and that really hit us hard when it counted. Our kids, again, I say it every week, but they just don't quit. They keep hammering. Losing Jay there in the third quarter really you would think would shut us down, but Mason Patterson came in and did a really good job managing the team. We moved the ball. It was just it was a matter of us just at the end they just running out of gas on the line of scrimmage. Our kids gave everything they had. They had nothing left when the game was over, and I don't think the score is in any way indicative of the way this game was played.
Well, you're absolutely right. It really wasn't indicative because when you take a lead at halftime and you're up 22-20, and by the way, that's the first time that's happened this year, and I wanted to say congratulations to you on that. I really thought that they might be able to pull this out, but um, when you see the this offensive line for the Aurora Hound Dogs, and pretty much they go both ways. And when you see this and you see them about the fourth quarter, their tongues were hanging out.
Yeah,
they were tired.
That was a big offensive and defensive line we were playing against. Our kids were battling.
Yes, they were.
Some great big kids, and they're a very physical team. We just we tried to finesse them as much as we could to give our kids on the line, a break and give them an opportunity to be successful. 16 seconds. That was just a tough break for us.
Yes.
A couple of missed tackles that should have been made that allowed them to score right there at the end, or we go in a full touchdown, 8 points up in the half, and I think. Our kids that they weren't deterred by that. They were still ready to go out and battle. And we were moving the ball again, and Jay gets hurt. That's a big thing that we had to overcome. Then we had some penalties that came at the worst of times. But penalties are penalties, and that's why you play the game that way. So anyway, I'm proud of our kids. I can't say enough about our seniors. Those guys have always just they've been the best to work with. I hate to see them go, and I'd love to had them see success here on senior night here at home.
Yeah, we have a couple of big guys standing behind you. I believe that is that Carter Shaw and Clayton Cordova. And guys, I really hated that that on senior night and the last game here at Aurora on your field, hated to see you take that lead at halftime and just pretty much kind of run out of gas in the second half. They had an awfully big defensive offensive line.
It's how it is sometimes. We played our butts off, and that's all we could do. There's not much I can ask more of players. I love them all.
Oh, listen, and the way that you guys play, not only 100%, but 110%, even down to the last few seconds, you guys are still out there playing and giving it your all. And you can't ask any more from you guys than that.
It's just how we're coached.
Yeah.
That's our coaches.
Well, you guys have the personality of your coaches, and that they. I will tell you this: where you are right now, I once was, as far as football, and I know this. I know if you didn't give 100%, you'd get your butts kicked, and you guys played your hearts out, and I really hand it to you. By the way, I am really glad to see you guys there Wednesday, during the day Wednesday. This program really means a lot here in Aurora, and to get a plaque to say that you are now a member of the Missouri Sports Hall of Fame. Listen, it means a lot because I had received a plaque, and I'm a member of the Missouri Sports Hall of Fame. So, guys, welcome aboard.
Thank you.
You guys really deserve it.
I'm going to hand it over to Clayton.
You bet. Well, Clayton, you get to go both ways. Both of you guys do. And what's it like? I mean, what's it like going offense and then you go back over on defense, learning the schemes and learning the defense, learning the offense?
Well, I think our coaches prepared us very well for every game we've played. And I couldn't ask more from our coaches. With our coachings and our conditioning is perfect. 'Cause, I mean, if you had saw me play last year, I wouldn't be able to play a whole game like this, and now I can do it with no problems. And I just want to thank the rest of the team for the season they've given us so far, and they've literally laid their hearts out on the field for us.
Yeah, they do that every game, and you know this is just the what we would say kind of typical because you look at your guys. What do you have? 23 guys that were dressed out and ready to go, compared to 45 or 46, and last week it was even more than that, and asking you guys to do what you do. They only have to ask once, don't they?
Yes, sir. I mean, they've instilled good discipline in all of us, and underclassmen started out being pretty rough towards the beginning of things, and they really stepped up and earned their discipline and respect from the whole team. So I'm just proud of everyone that's played with me through this last year.
What was it like standing up on that stage Wednesday?
It's probably one of the coolest experiences I've had, and I've had a lot of my family play football for Aurora, and it's just such an honor to be able to represent the program because it's such a great tradition, and you see people around town every day that are old hound dogs that played for us, and
You bet.
it's just an amazing thing to be a part of.
Well, when you say things like that and the tradition that you guys have here in Aurora, and a lot of cities don't have that, and the tradition that you have here goes way back, and I mean way back to 1913, and that's a long time ago, or should I say back to the turn of the century.
Yeah, it's truly special to be able to be a part of this program, and we may not be the best this year, but I wouldn't change it for the world. And just being a hound dog, that's all I need to be, and give everything I can on the field.
Guys, you uh, may not have had the wins that you wanted to have this year, but you've played every game and you've given it your all. And I think that's what the fans want. They want to see you go out there and give it your best, give it your all. And when you look at the freshmen and the sophomores that's coming up, and the experience that they're getting now will pay off next year and the year after that. And I really look for bigger and better things coming in the future.
There's a lot of potential in our younger guys, and it's great being able to teach them, see them grow. So hopefully they can turn things around and keep the tradition going for us.
You bet. Well, we thank you guys for coming by.
Thank you.
And we will wish you good luck, and we'll see you next week down in Reed Spring.
Yes, sir.
You bet. All right. Thank you, guys. And that was Connor Shaw, and that was Clayton Cordova as two of the hound dogs that have come up. And really, really wish them good luck next week. Wow. Unfortunately, come out once again on the short end of the score tonight. But it's the first time this year that they've been ahead at the half and just pretty much ran out of gas. So my partner, as he puts on his headset here, and yeah, so we're going to take a quick break, and then we're going to be back to wrap it up right after this.
All right, we just wanted to thank Coach Weldy one time for coming up here, but I wanted you to kind of say what you thought about Wednesday and the numbers and just the support and the awe of the whole thing.
Well, it was a great experience for myself, and and for everybody that was there, for our kids especially. Want to thank the Hound Dog, the football alumni, Aurora Football Alumni Association, for paying their way there so they could get to experience that. But getting to see all those Hound Dogs, the guys that I played football with and watched play football,
Role models
those
and
years.
and players, huh?
Yeah, just it was just an unbelievable experience and a lot of fun. I asked our kids individually during the week what it meant to them and what their experience was there, and just about every man said that you know it hit them how big this is in Aurora, how big football is, and how the tradition is. You know, they said, you know, they just didn't realize how far outreaching it is and the depth of it. And so, you know, it was a great experience for them. And talking to them, I think I appreciate it more by seeing it through their eyes. So what a great deal for the town and for the school and for the program. And it's just a great honor to get to be a part of it.
Yeah, it was great. The support, they said probably a third of the room out of those 1,100 plus was Aurorians. So, I mean, that just shows not just the dedication, but win or lose. I mean, once a dog, always a dog, and don't kick our dog. But I don't know if I've ever been more prouder. I've emulated and loved to watch and learn about a lot of these old top dogs. But like I told my wife when I got home, I said I'd never been in a room with that many of the top dogs, and it was a great day. So I wanted to thank Coach for letting us know a week ahead or a month ahead of time. We've been telling people, and I think we got the word out.
I think he just everybody did a great job getting the word out to the people. You know, we're scattered up and down the land, and a lot of guys came. We had people from coming quite a ways to get there. So it was a great effort on the people's part. I really want to thank Kerry Brewer
Yeah,
for doing
it was
a
awesome,
crack
wasn't
job, man. He did a great job, and it was just a really class experience. So
I read a text from him earlier. I talked to him because there was some confusion for some of those that didn't get to come. And any former Aurora High School football player or coach who couldn't attend but would like a plaque, call Kerry Brewer at the Missouri Sports Hall of Fame at 417-241-1551. The plaques are $40, and the plaque will have your name engraved as a member of the Aurora athletic or football program inducted in the Missouri State Hall of Fame. So once again, I wanted to make sure before I just told people to start calling Kerry, but he was such a nice guy, and he said, no, it wasn't that you missed the boat or if you weren't there. You call up there, they'll hook you up. You have your $40, and if you had a family member, a friend, anything, they'll take care of that and make sure that for Christmas that some of these old dogs can still get their plaque.
And they're nice plaques, and what a great thing, you know, that they don't let people not be a part of that in some way. So our thanks to them on the way.
That's what we told our owners and sponsors. It wouldn't have been possible if a lot of the sponsors wouldn't have had the idea to, yeah, man, you guys are going to do it live, really? And we didn't know what our capabilities were going to be or what we were going to be able to do, but I got an old veteran here, but he pulled it off and didn't drop the bird on the way to the mic stand. So tomorrow morning on the Saturday morning shoot around, we're going to have that whole podium again from the Greenfield 1977 team. And like I told some people, that coach's speech was moving, wasn't it?
It was
Greenfield.
Yeah, it was very good. It was very good.
We'll let you get out of here, Coach. And
All right,
thanks for coming
you guys.
by, bud.
Appreciate it.
We'll see you in Reed Spring next week.
You bet.
You be safe. Thanks, Coach.
Wow, what a testimony that Coach Welly has. He has a great testimony. He has a great rapport with these players.
Yes, he does. And we're going to wrap it up and let Wayne sign us off. But tomorrow, like I said, at 9 o'clock around there, we're going to try to go back and relive that podium moment for Greenfield 77 team and the Aurora football program. And then after that, we're going to be giving away a hog-tied certificate for a trivia question in the middle of that. So we'll be talking more about that.
Good. And I'll be listening in and hope that everything goes all right, and I'm sure that it will tomorrow. Well, in case you're just tuning in, once again, it was 40-22 in favor of the Marshfield Blue Jays over the Aurora Hound Dogs here this evening. So we hope you have enjoyed the talk that came from the coach, and hope you enjoyed the broadcast. So we'll say so long until next week.